Hey everyone, today is Thursday, the 6th of August 2020. This is Gap episode 528. I'm Lawrie. Joab Gilroy is here, and it is QuakeCon week, Joab. You got your shirt rocking.
Mate, look at this. Look at this. This is QuakeCon at home. This weekend, and this is the closest I'm ever going to come to fucking going to QuakeCon, I think. It is the 1 year that it's nowhere and nobody's allowed to go to it at all. Is probably the closest I'll ever come. Despite people at home can't fucking see that.
Your rage tattoo. It's pretty sweet.
I got a rage tattoo like so many people did when Rage 2 came out. No, I got a Quake 3 tattoo for those who don't know, because I'm a fucking weirdo. I've had it for I must have had that for
wow.
How long? I'm fucking like 18 years, 17 years now. Like holy shit.
Quake 3 was a 99, 98, 99, I think.
Yeah, but I didn't get it that year. I got it like 2003 or 4.
You didn't get it when you were 14? What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like crazy. But yeah, anyway, bananas. Anyway, good times. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this one's going to go because it seems like it's a little bit light on the old details. This QuakeCon. There's some like they're going for. There's a lot of panels and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if there's gonna like. I don't know. It's gonna be entertaining. Like seeing people, seeing what they put together. And yeah, like there's some stuff that I think will be very interesting to watch. Like there's a couple of Prey panels that I really want to watch.
Yeah.
And
what
stuff,
about the Pete Hines and Bobby having a crack at some
Bobby Knuckles,
some MMO,
playing some ESO? Yeah, that should be pretty good. I think it's on at a reasonable time fast as well. Yeah, like it seems like they're doing they're taking full advantage of having a bunch of people in Australia, and getting a bunch of the Australians to put stuff on at times that would otherwise be like. So they're doing like basically 24 hours, 3 days of 24 hours. What's that? 72 hours? 72 hours of fucking content. Not quite 72 hours, maybe like fucking I don't know. What's 60 hours of content, I suppose.
Yeah. Works out to be about midnight here, a lot of the Australian stuff. So it'd be like the afternoon for you guys, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I don't know, pretty appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're not gonna see like big new announcements. They're not gonna announce Prey 2 or anything.
You don't think so?
At this, I don't think so. No.
You think they'd leave that for like a I don't know, like a whatever Microsoft or like Sony is doing, because they're not charging for any of this, are they?
No. I think we will see. Well, I really, really, really hope we'll see. What's it called? Starfield. Maybe even a little bit of fucking
like a teaser.
TES 6.
I think TES 6 is a long
way too far away,
way off. Like I think the furthest they got in that game was making the logo, and we're like, all right,
the old Skate 4 trick. And we're announcing. Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll see stuff in the keynote. But I don't think we're going to see like a big announcement. I think we'll see them go through what they've already like announced. I don't think we're going to see anything new announced, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably show off this Doom, this next Doom update, right? Because that hasn't hit yet, has it? The multiplayer sort of invasion system. Yeah.
I don't think it has, no. Yeah. No, I don't think it has. Oh, fucking, I'm looking at the schedule now, and 7 a.m. our time, the Quake World Championships. I'll definitely tune in for that. I don't know what it is. I just like watching Quake. And playing it the other week with Jai playing some Rocket Arena,
Hmm.
real Rocket Arena. With Jai, just I don't know. I'm back in on watching Quake again. So yeah, definitely keen to see that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Anyway, that's literally the closest I'll ever get to going to QuakeCon anymore. I mean, shit.
Now that conventions
Anyway,
are done
now that conventions are dead, yeah.
forever.
It's weird that we've spent like fucking how long? Everyone spent how long joking about like con flu. Oh, I've got the convention flu. Oh, I got sick of the convention. And now you'd be like, oh my god, I could get sick of the convention. Oh my god, like yeah, you could always get sick of the convention. That was always going to happen. Like that's just fucking inevitable.
Yeah.
Everyone gets sick of conventions. But yeah, now it's like, but I don't want that to happen.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll probably watch a bunch of that. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at this schedule, I'm thinking if they had something to announce, they'd probably be at least teasing it. But this schedule looks pretty good. Full. Like there's nothing that says, you know, when like Blizzard does BlizzCon, and they've got like placeholder sort of, like they don't reveal what is in these spots, and it's like it's usually like the welcome to BlizzCon panel, you know, their speech, and then they show off whatever it is, and like the next 3 slots are like blank, and then there's one that's like Overwatch art or something like that after that, and you're like, wonder what's in there. Whereas this is just, there's nothing that I can see that is blank. Like the one after QuakeCon is basically an Elder Scrolls Online, and you'd think if they had like something to show off, like last year when they did, a couple of years back when they did the Fallout 76 stuff, they basically went straight into like, here's a bunch of Fallout stuff, but I don't see them doing that in an hour. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, I don't know.
So
I'm hoping they prove me wrong.
Oh, like that's like, I mean, that's the same reasoning that I arrived at, but I do think the keynote, we're going to see more of the big, like upcoming games. They'll show us more of was it Ghostwire Tokyo and what's that fucking time glitching game?
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I can't think.
Fuck, we're good at this. Deathloop. Yeah, I don't know, I'm fanging to see more of both of those anyway. So
yeah,
whatever we get to see, we'll get to see. Anyway,
but like, there's nothing. Like, there's no schedule for any of that. Like Deathloop.
No, that's what I'm saying is that'll be confined to the keynote.
Right. Okay.
I think.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
we'll see. 1 year you get to go. It just won't be soon. It just won't be soon.
I'm never gonna get to go. It's never gonna happen. I've let it go. I've just moved on. Anyway, alrighty. What else we got? We got some video games. Got some TV shows. Should we talk about TV shows real quick? Umbrella Academy season 2. Have you watched it?
No, I'm working my way through some other stuff still. Getting through the Apple TV content before I kill the subscription on that. There's some good stuff on Apple TV.
What the fuck else is there? What's good on Apple
So
TV?
I watched Mythic Quest, which I talked about last week, and then we binged the Chris Evans TV show, Defending Jacob. So we watched that one as well. And I think there's some TV shows on there. Some movies, like the new Tom Hanks war film is on there.
The boat one.
Yeah, the boat one. That's there. But there was something else that we were going to watch, but then we got sidetracked and started watching something else on like HBO Max. So we're sort of all over the place these days. Anyway, what were you going to say about Umbrella Academy? Because I'm definitely keen to check that out. I'm hearing really good things about it.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I think they did a really good job of following up season 1. I think season 1 had a lot of weaknesses, but was overall very enjoyable. And I feel like season 2, they just fixed all the weaknesses. So it's just a good show. You know, I think some of the characterization, especially around like Klaus and and stuff like that. Didn't really work in season 1 all that well. I don't think I've seen him in a couple of things, and I don't think he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he just wasn't given a lot to work with in season 1, but he certainly was in season 2, and yeah, so he worked out really well, and Allison's character sort of grows quite a bit, and yeah, they touch on a bunch of stuff. I won't go into details because obviously it's quite fresh, but yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you enjoyed the first season, and if you haven't watched either season, hey, look at you! You've got fucking 20 episodes of TV show to watch, so that's pretty good. Aren't you lucky? Because now I got to wait fucking 2 years or whatever the fuck for the next fucking season to come out. So
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
Well done me for fucking binge watching it in one fucking weekend. What a fucking goof.
Yeah. What's up next? The Boys. I feel like The Boys is next.
Oh, it's so close. I'm so excited. And Doom Patrol's still going on. The big season finale's coming. It's a pretty good time for, like, comic book TV shows are having their
See, Watchmen, how many
day at the
Emmys it
moment.
got nominated for? Fucking hell.
Fucking mad. Like, I feel like I should rewatch it. I feel like I should go back and rewatch it all now that I want to see what the start of it's like now that I know everything that's coming. Because it felt like there was a lot of foreshadowing, but I can't be certain. So yeah, I want to check that shit out. But not until I've finished watching everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I've got much else to add. I watched Defending Jacob. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the book, so I couldn't really
Right.
like. I kind of looked it up on Wikipedia once we finished,
Yeah.
and like sort of looked at the differences between the two.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I enjoyed that show. That was pretty cool. We're watching. We just finished watching. I think it's called "I'll Be Gone in the Dark." Yeah, which was
Oh, is that finished?
a TV show. Well, that I think it's just sort of come out on HBO. Sorry, it's a documentary, and it's about the Golden State Killer or rapist slash, and sort of like the story behind that, and also the person who wrote the book as well. So yeah, I liked it, but at the same time, I think they focused quite a lot on the author who wrote the book,
Right.
for a good reason. But
Yeah.
I felt like they focused too much on that. I feel like the series could have been cut down maybe an episode or two and just sort of tightened it up a bit. Otherwise, yeah, I quite enjoyed it because I didn't know anything about that actual story or like the events that unfolded behind that. Whereas my wife knew like exactly what happened because the stuff has unfolded recently in terms of the events of all that sort of thing. And I know I briefly,
like if we wanted to really like hammer in on the like I don't know 20 to 45-year-old white chick demographic, we would do a true crime podcast. Because as far as I'm aware, if you are a white chick between those ages, you have listened to all of them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because holy shit. Like when on the few occasions that that my wife is allowed to go, see friends anymore that, people are allowed to do that. All they talk about is the fucking crazy podcasts that I've fucking listened to. And I'm like, what hang on. I swear too much in my podcasts, but you're listening, like, people are listening to fucking podcasts in about, like, someone made fucking curtains out of someone's skin? What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry I said the F word, but I should have just stuck to talking about, like, a fucking leather necktie of fucking unknown origins or some shit. And you're like, yeah, okay, cool.
Well, I recommend this one then. You guys should check out. I don't know. Can you guys get HBO like HBO Max, whatever the fuck they call it. I am so confused by. There's like 3 of them, and one of them, like, you run off your laptop or your computer, and like, so we Chromecast it to our TV because there's no app for it, and it's a nightmare. But there's some good content on there. But yeah, I don't know if that sort of stuff, like where you get that in Australia. But I'd recommend it.
There are a lot of hoops. There are hoops, but you can get like a HBO package for Hulu. You're not supposed to be able to get Hulu. But you can get Hulu. They haven't like geo blocked it like they have with Netflix. And so yeah, you can get a HBO package on Hulu and get it through that. And it's significantly better than trying to get it through Foxtel. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to kick things off with Grounded. It just reminded me because you put a review up for Grounded. I haven't played it anymore, but I guess I just want to talk about maybe you've played a little bit more of the early access, but also your review and kind of what happened with that.
Yep. Yeah, I did play. I played it a bunch more. I went back and played basically solo, like single player. I had to drop it to easy because I don't think there's any balancing going on in the game yet. So it seems like it's generally balanced for like multiplayer. So even on normal, I was getting like fucking 2-shot by nothing enemies that weren't really a problem because you could trade aggro.
Right.
In multiplayer, you can't trade aggro. You can't and as soon as they lose aggro in single player, they start regenerating health. So you basically have to stand and deliver. And like I got quite good at because even on easy, you still take a shit ton of damage early on. But there's you can perfect parry. And it's not that hard. Like there's a pretty decent window on it. So once you get the perfect parry down, all you really need to do it is like to work it out is know the attack animation. So I can perfect parry like any soldier ant pretty much, so they don't have too many attack animations, but a lot of the other ones get really tricky. The fucking spitty bugs, I can't remember what the fucking bombardier beetles are very difficult, and because like if you fuck it up, you take so much fucking damage. Problem with perfect parry is you take armor damage regardless. Like even if you perfect parry, you still take armor damage. But yeah, when you perfect parry, you do a shitload of damage to them, and so it turns into like, God forbid I say this, but like Dark Soulsy, except instead of careful dodging and stuff, you're basically just making sure you parry every single time, and you cannot. There's no trading. You can't get revived. Like the difficulty increase between single player and co-op is huge. So yeah, I dropped it easy. I didn't give a fuck all that much, but I did manage to get through a bunch of stuff. Managed to make a little base. Found that the only way to do it, like you know how 2 spiders rolled up and fucked up a base.
Yeah.
That happens every single time. They will always roll up and fuck up your base. I don't know if it's always going to be wolf spiders. The first time spiders came up to fuck up my base, it was orb weavers. The second time it was wolf spiders. Some soldier ants rolled up, but I dispatched them pretty quickly. So I wound up making a base inside of a Coke can, because hard walls mean that it's less that I had to protect. I only have to protect the door, essentially, at that point. And I put a bunch of spikes in, and there's like a very careful path that you have to take to walk through to the door and stuff like that. Because otherwise there's friendly fire from spike strips that you put down.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I think is ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, you can't stand on them. There's friendly fire for your own fucking walls, even on easy. Like easy is supposed to get rid of friendly fire altogether, but you can still do damage to your own walls while you're flailing wildly at a fucking spider that's attacking them, which is honestly idiotic to me. But it don't really factor into anything. Like it's not like I destroyed a wall. I just had to repair it. And yeah, it was basically just a place for me to go back to so that I can manage my. I talk about it in the review. survival games are just managing your wants and needs, right? Like a priority list management situation, which I've obviously talked about a billion fucking times on this podcast. But yeah, like all I needed, like because it was in a Coke can, I had ready access to drink. There was a fucking apple next to it, and once I had a level 2 axe, I was able to chop apple bits off. So I had like basically this base was a location for storing garbage because you wind up with so much shit, and your armor takes up a fucking inventory slot.
Yeah.
Like even when you equip it, it still stays in your fucking backpack. So that's annoying as fuck. Same with your weapons, which similarly annoying as fuck. I don't know why that is the case, but like even when you get fucking gear, there's one armor set that gives you increased carrying capacity. I think it's ant armor gives you increased carrying capacity. That is literally carrying in your fucking hands. So instead of carrying 4 fucking grass planks, you can carry 6 grass planks or whatever the fuck, depending on how much of the armor set you've got. It doesn't change your fucking backpack size. I didn't find any way to change your backpack size. So yeah, you just wind up like, well, okay, I got to build another fucking like, yeah. My base is basically just the warehouse from Indiana Jones, full of fucking boxes of who knows what shit, because you can't put fucking labels or anything on anything either. So yeah, it's just a like fucking row after row of fucking boxes and a little fucking sleeping thing right at the back. Put the sleeping thing right at the back because yeah, if they destroy your lean-to, which is your respawn spot, then you can't respawn there. You respawn back at the very fucking beginning. But they will attack everything other than the lean-to before they get to it. So if you've got like row after row of fucking chests, they'll attack all that shit first, which is, I suppose, a good thing. Sort of. You can manage that shit, I guess. Anyway. So yeah, play through. Yeah, I got about 9 hours in. I had the mint hammer. I had which that Tic Tac box.
Yes. Yep.
Near our first base, there was a Tic Tac box. You can hammer open the fucking door to that, and then basically you destroy a level 2 hammer, but you'll get 5 mint chunks, and you can turn those 5 mint chunks into a mint hammer, which is a level 3 hammer. And so it fucking belts, man. Like the only real problem with it is that like you wind up needing to go build another fucking level 2 hammer because you don't want to use the level 3 hammer on anything because it doesn't replenish. The mints don't come back. I don't think they respawn. There's all these like items in the game that just don't replenish. There's so many that do, but there's a lot that don't. I think it's berry. I never found another berry after the first one, so that was gone forever. And mints, I can't think. There was something else I can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, like these things that just don't respawn. And so once you've used them, they're gone forever. In a game like, where there's, you only get 5 mint chunks out of the single mint that exists. That means only one person on that server, on that map, can have the mint hammer, right? Because there's no other way to build it without the resources required. That sort of thing, yeah, it just seems like a lot of it hasn't been all the way thought through yet. Anyway, I put all that effort in because I wanted to make sure I gave it its due before I reviewed it. And then I knocked out the review. Yeah. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about all my beautiful words. I don't know, 1,600 words, I think it was. Not like, not a long Joab review, but I know GameSpot doesn't go in for the super long Joab reviews. They were just going to chop it down anyway, even though everything I write is fucking magic. Yeah, they would have just chopped it all back because they've done it before. They like it to be, I guess, concise, to the point, and I like to go off on tangents. I don't know if anyone's noticed,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, his 1,400 words about my favorite spaghetti and why it
it's got
relates to
Skittles in it.
Grounded. Spoilers, it doesn't.
But yeah, like 1,600 words. I think I made a lot of good points. I favorably compared it to the Forest and Subnautica, while also pointing out that there just isn't nearly enough fucking content in the game yet. And then, all anyone focused on at the end of the day was the score and the good and bad points. Copped a lot of stick for saying that I can't believe how many spiders there are, which was obviously a gag. In my draft, which they chopped down, in my draft, there were like 8 negative points, and 4 of them were there's too many spiders. Like, it was like, there's too many spiders. Oh my God, there's too many spiders. Wow, there's a lot of spiders. And then the last one was, I can't believe how many spiders there are.
Yeah.
And they chopped out all the other ones, which I think, like, if there had been all 4 of those, the joke of it would have been extremely clear. Like, the fact that it was a gag would have been extremely clear. But because it was just this last one, people were all like, oh, too much water, 6 out of 10. And that's really not the case. Like, it's a goof, right? Like, go read the fucking 1,600 words. Why are you focused on the number and the negatives? But as always, I mean, I'm obviously.
I'm not going to read 1,600 words from a Sony fanboy like yourself, to be honest, because clearly that's who you've been paid off by.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Like, I love that it's a tool for the console war. I can't believe the console war is still going on. Like, I'm surprised. I'm honestly shocked that people are still engaging in console wars when the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox were the most similar they've ever been. They were functionally identical. Like, you talk to devs and they're like, oh yeah, it's never been easier to port games between these two.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, it's the easiest it's ever been to port games between these two because they're so fucking similar. And meanwhile, people are like, Sony's better, Xbox is better. They're the fucking same. Like, they're the fucking same. The only difference is whether or not you get to play fucking Spider-Man. Like, shit, man. It's just, ugh. And the idea that I'm a Sony fanboy because I said an early access game isn't ready yet is amazing. Amazing. I just don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with these people.
And then there was the criticism of, why is GameSpot reviewing early access games? Like, they haven't done this before type thing. And it's, we all, and a lot of, not only that side, but also we shouldn't be reviewing early access games because it's an early access game. And it's like, well, they're also trying to correlate like a point of it's a free game. It's like, hey, it's not a free game. It's also an early access game which they're charging money for. It's not a free game on Game Pass. You are still paying for Game Pass at the end of the day. Yes, it's a game that you get through Game Pass, but you're still paying a subscription for that. And it's also not just a Game Pass game. It's available on other platforms as well, like Steam, where they're charging, it's 40 Australian, about that. It's about 30 US, so it's sort of like in between, like a AAA sort of to indie title. And I think it's fair to review a product that people are being asked to pay for. Like, if it was an actual free to play game, then obviously, you take into consideration things like the price when you're being asked to charge for it or to pay money for it. So yeah, I don't see that as like a point to be made of like, we shouldn't be reviewing early access games or Okay, it's not like you're not gonna go back and review it once it's out. It's specifically said in like the header, like the top
It's
of the
the fucking
thing.
start of the fucking yeah.
Yeah.
The review is oh, we will return to this, but people don't seem to care. I think a big point, like big part of it, is the score. Because that's clearly a new policy from GameSpot is to add a score to their early access reviews, and yeah, the number itself appears to be a sticking point for a lot of people. They're like, oh, 3 years from now, people are going to be like, oh, GameSpot gave it a 6, and they're not going to buy it, and it's going to ruin the game, and that's just like functionally like illogical. It doesn't fucking hold any water, the concept, because like as the review itself says, they will like GameSpot will return to the game later on when it leaves early access to review it, and that will be the score that will go up on. I haven't looked, but I don't think there's a score on Metacritic for Grounded from GameSpot. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's no score. It's like in progress. And it's got like brackets early access score 60. I don't know if that's afforded to everyone, right? GameSpot owns Metacritic, right? Or CBSI owns Metacritic, and they own GameSpot. So, like, I don't know if everyone gets to do an early access review and have early access score as an addendum at the end of their fucking.
I've seen them do that a bunch.
Yeah.
For other websites, being like, hey, or like, no score, will update later type thing. For games that have been released that maybe have a really focused multiplayer component where it's like, oh, the multiplayer's not actually working yet type thing.
Like the review directly below it in the list has the brackets early access score, so everyone gets to do it apparently. The multiplayer thing actually reminds me of the other big thing. I got messaged and I'm like, oh, how come you reviewed was it Gran Turismo Sport late? And I didn't review Gran Turismo Sport for anyone, let alone for GameSpot. But GameSpot, I went and looked, and they reviewed it late because they played it in a controlled review session.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer portions weren't ready yet. And they really liked it, but they wanted to review it late once the multiplayer had come in case the multiplayer didn't live up to what it claims it was going to do. Like, they were holding off on that review so they could slam it harder, not to give it the opportunity to be better, but to give it the opportunity to be worse. Like, how is that your fucking primary argument? That's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, like when they hit me up to put a score on it, like I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know, like should we score it? But now I'm fucking on board. Yeah,
I personally think your score was too high.
Too high for the text attached to it, or is it too high, like not what you would have scored it?
It's not what I would have scored it. But then I just opened up the GameSpot review scale, I guess they've got. I don't know. Is 5 their average, or is it 7 their average? Like 7 is good for them. So
yeah, 7 is good. 6 is fair, right? Like,
yeah. What did you give it? A 6? Yeah.
I gave it a 6. Yeah.
On that score, I would have given it somewhere between a 6 and 5. Like we said last week, I think it's
mediocre, right? 4 is poor, 3 is bad, 2 is terrible, 1 is abysmal. Like, yeah, 5 or 6 is where I think it would sit. It would have been, would have copped a lot more shit if I'd given it a 5, eh? But like, I didn't think of it as mediocre. I think of it as like on their scale, right? Like, I don't think of it as mediocre. I think of it as a foundation, a fantastic foundation, but there's not much beyond that foundation.
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
I think on my score scale it'd be like a 4 or a 5, but on this score scale, yeah, it'd be a
on my personal
5 or
score
6.
scale, it would be a 4. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't even think it'd be a 5. Yeah, it'd be a 4 to reflect that there is a long way off yet. I mean, in doing it, in doing the review, I actually went back and did like a bit of research into how long these other games, the ones that I was comparing it to, took.
Forest and Subnautica, yeah.
Both of those took 4 fucking years,
Mm.
right? Like they were both announced in 2014 and released in 2018.
Yeah.
Right? The idea that Grounded will be close to that, to either of those in 2021 is ludicrous. There is no fucking chance. I don't think. I mean, unless they dramatically expand the size of their teams, because I think Subnautica had as like roughly the same size, like maybe 20 people. I think Grounded has 13, is what Obsidian said was working on it. And I'm not sure how many people worked on the Forest, but I don't think it was that many. Like, yeah, without dramatic expansion for that game, there's no way it's ready and finished in 2021. But that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter when it comes out. People can play it on Game Pass whenever the fuck they want. Personally, I wouldn't recommend buying it.
No.
But if you've got Game Pass, give it a fucking whirl, right? Give it a whirl in the same way that because in my research, I actually bought Subnautica in 2014. I didn't get into the Forest until, what was it, 2016, that Christmas when we played the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get into the Forest until then, but
and that was early access.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was but you can see, right? Like in both of those games you could fucking see. Like Subnautica, when I first got it, it took legit like 15 minutes to fucking load. Like the first load time was 15 minutes long. You just sat there and waited, and you're like, holy shit. And then after the first time you loaded in, the next time you went to load it, you just walk away from the computer and come back after watching a TV show or something. You'd be like, oh, good, it's finished.
Yeah.
But you could tell, like you could already tell. I think there was maybe less content when it first launched. Like you went through a version of the startup sequence and you experienced the undersea life, but there was like none of the biomes were there. You could float up to the water and see the ship in the distance, and that was about it. The Forest, yeah, super early access, easy to get lost, easy to have no idea what the fuck you were supposed to be doing next, and yet at the same time, unbelievably compelling. And I think Subnautica and the Forest both do a better job of casually giving players the ability to understand where they are in the world. You know, like in the Forest, even when you're in the midst of the forest, there are still enough landmarks, around for you to understand. But there are times when you are literally just running through grass stalk after grass stalk, and the only way you can tell where the fuck you are is either to press M or to like, oh yeah, there's some dried grass stalk over there, so I don't want to head in that direction, I suppose. Or like you need to use your your bearings are based entirely off varying shades of green, and it's not. Yeah, there's a lot of flatness, I think, in Grounded, which sort of makes sense, but yeah, like the world isn't perfectly flat. Anyway, yeah, it was as always, whenever you review for the giant sites, it's an experience unlike any other. Nobody gives a fuck about your pretty, beautiful, slaved over words. They only care about the inconsequential shit surrounding it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So that's good.
Right. Yeah, I didn't play anymore, so I don't have much else to add to that. But
Yep.
I'm curious to see what else they keep putting in that game. I saw some Reddit threads talking about like data mining
Oh,
and
yeah.
sort of what is already in the game but is not playable. But I didn't spend too much time on it because I kind of want to be surprised as well when I jump in there
Yeah.
next time and see what's going on. Okay, should we move on to the next thing we've got? Yeah.
Do it. Yep.
Idol Slayer. This is a
Oh,
game we
yeah.
talked about last week. Are you still playing that?
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
I sort of hit a wall, but I'm still playing it.
What is the wall? Because I've started playing it. I guess, like 6 days in, 5 days in, something like that.
So the wall is, I don't know what whether if you're playing with scientific notation.
I was, I switched it up, but no.
Right. It's the septillion mark then.
Okay.
Earning septillion. The game slows down significantly at that point. And there's just not a lot of progress going on. I guess my progress is at the moment all tied to souls.
Yep.
So Idol Slayer, idle game, incremental game. You can like leave it and it'll play on its own, and you come back, and yeah, it's just sort of constantly ticking up numbers. It's got two main currencies. You've got Slayer points and you've got your gold, and the gold is game to game, or prestige to prestige, and the Slayer points exist outside of the prestige. As you kill enemies, you earn souls, and those souls turn into Slayer points, and those Slayer points are used to increase your ability. Like just on a basic level, each Slayer point is worth a 1% increase in your earning. But the other thing that's going on is you can use those points to unlock things in the game.
Yep.
And yeah, I've reached a point. I've got so in my current run, I've got gloves. Well, I don't have the gloves yet. I've unlocked the ability to purchase the gloves, but I'm fucking yonks off earning enough to have the gloves. And so that is what, like, I think I need 100 septillion gold to earn the gloves, to earn one set of gloves. That will significantly increase my earning. But yeah, I'm fucking ages off it, so I've just got to fucking wait that out, I guess, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, I'm just at a bit of a wall. I think once I get over that hump, things will significantly speed up, because the amount of money, the amount like the increase you get, the earning potential increase from gloves is huge.
Yeah.
Compared to, I think the necklace is the lock area. It's where you get to, and you're not able to increase anymore until you get gloves. Just gonna wait it out. You get and you like. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, there are a number of like upgrades that increase how interesting the game is. You've got like quests and stuff. You got portals and all that stuff. Have you got any of that stuff? Where are you up to?
I just got the portals this morning.
Okay.
I don't really know what they're doing other than changing the aesthetic. So I got them last night because I've done like a jungle level, and there was like a
Yep.
city. I think I'm in the jungle
Yep.
one at the moment, something like that. I
Yep.
just don't know what they're doing. Like it seems like it's just different types of enemies, and that is about it. And I just unlocked a new set of quests which give me rewards for killing certain types of enemies that look like they're in those portals. So that's about as much as I know as what they're tied to. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sort of just playing it and letting it run, letting it run as I do on idle games, and seeing what there like. Is there a point where it just starts getting really fucking weird or something? Nothing yet.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, I don't know how weird it's going to get, but you can look through the Slayer points through the tree.
Yeah.
And you can see that like it does seem to get quite out of hand eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it gets weird or not. Hopefully, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Next up, we've got Horizon Zero Dawn, which I believe is coming out end of this week, something like that. Start next week. So we got a code for this one. I've played about 4 hours of it so far, 5 hours.
Yeah.
This was the PlayStation exclusive game that came out about 3 years ago, which we really liked. I'm pretty sure it was on our Game of the Year list. So yeah, recently we had a chance to check out like Ghosts of Tsushima, and I guess one of the big problems I had with that game was they give you like the option to play as a badass samurai, or you can be what the title suggests and be like a ghost and go in and stealth things. But it just never felt like that game gave you any incentive to do that, because you could just destroy anybody you came up against anyway. And so going back into Horizon Zero Dawn was interesting because there's a reward for playing that game stealthily. Like they give you tools to try and sneak up on some of these robot dinosaur things, and when you take them out in a stealth manner, you get experience, like extra experience, and you know there's a reason to do a lot of that stuff, and it means that you're sort of whittling down some of these harder creatures as well. And so like seeing how like just how good that combat in that game is so cool. I love the whole enemies have like weaknesses on them, and like you take out certain body parts and it kind of stops them from doing certain attacks, or like dismantling their radar, or like different abilities, and like you focus on certain parts of their bodies and it sort of takes away those things that they can do. I like to see that a lot more in games, because I think the last time I saw that was in what was that Dark Souls sort of clone that I played recently. I'm trying to think of it. The Surge 2. Well, the Surge was kind of doing that, where you come up against these boss enemies, or even normal enemies, and like depending on what parts you attack, sort of stops them from doing certain attacks. And I like that as a combat system. It means that you're a bit more engaged in what is going on around you. I guess you sort of see that in Dark Souls every once in a while, where you can like, hey, you sort of hit this thing enough and it'll fall off or whatever. But you don't really see it a lot in action games as much as I'd like.
Like, yeah, Dark Souls, I think the most it ever did was you could chop off a tail.
Yeah.
And A, it would stop them from using tail attacks, and B, sometimes you get a fucking weapon out of it, which was always pretty good. But
Monster Hunter did something.
It's definitely something I love to see. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Monster
It was
Hunter.
always like the tail though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate tails.
But this thing is like you do a scan on the target and it comes up with like, here's a bunch of weak points, and this bit is immune to fire, and this bit over here is immune to like electricity, and if you knock this part off, it'll take away their radar capabilities, or like this specific attack move, and like that stuff is so cool to me. And so I've been playing it on PC using a mouse and keyboard, and it just feels like it's a bit more like, for a game that requires you to sort of focus those targets, it sort of, I guess it's a little bit more responsive, because you can sort of aim for those bits a little bit easier. And so when you're running around and doing those types of attacks, like focusing on those parts, it just kind of looks cool as you like swinging past different types of enemies and slowing down time, and quickly knocking off some of those canisters. Like the combat feels good. Like every time that arrow hits one of those parts and you hear like the sound that it makes, that thud, like it feels responsive, and like you're doing some damage to that thing. So yeah, that combat still holds up. I feel like it's still like a fun system to play. But in terms of like the PC port, I think it's it's got some work still to do. It's definitely not some of the best. It's got your standard stuff you'd expect in a PC port, like graphical settings in terms of resolution and being able to turn things on and off, anti-aliasing and all that sort of stuff. And then they've gone a little bit further with things like FOV sliders, so you can scale it forwards and backwards. There's like a benchmarking tool in there that you can run, which gives you a score after it's done. It's like 5-minute benchmark. It takes forever. And I think it's excessively too long for what it should be doing. And then...
Is it not? Are you just saying 5 minutes is too long, or does it take longer than 5 minutes?
Oh, it's a long benchmark. Like, I don't think it needs to be that long. It's not doing anything...
Right. Yeah.
Like, I can run like 4 benchmarks in 3D Mark by the time that thing is done. And I just don't think it's doing anything super impressive. Like, it's still a pretty game, but it's not using... It doesn't look like, I don't know, The Last of Us, like, in comparison, or like a Red Dead Redemption or anything like that. Like, it's still a good looking game, but it's still not doing anything that's like visually mind-blowing. So I don't know why those benchmarking tools are taking so long. And then also the performance is not anything stellar as well. It's got some frame drops in certain areas that I've noticed. And then my biggest issue with it, and I don't know if it's just me, but I was having a lot of trouble moving this character around on the screen. Because I've looked at a bunch of other reviews that went up today, and I couldn't see anyone complaining about it, so I don't know what it is, but it's really strange. It just feels like, at least on the mouse and keyboard, whenever you're moving forward, like the direction you feel like you're running in, Aloy is like moving to the left. Like, it doesn't feel like she's running straight. It feels like she's running diagonally a little bit. Like, the camera is so far to the side.
That's pretty weird.
And so I've done some tinkering around with the game, and I don't know what is happening, but when you move the FOV slider up to around about 90, that's when the game starts to feel a lot better. Like, I can run around with my mouse and keyboard and be perfectly fine. Like, I don't feel like she's like straggling off to the side. I can show you I could take some videos of this, but the perfect example is you can focus on a tree. Like, you look at a tree, right click, and she'll aim at a tree. And if you aim at that tree, take your aim away and then start running forward, she doesn't run towards a tree. She starts like running a bit to the left, and like eventually you just swing right past it. And if you plug in your controller, that seems to go away, that feeling. Like, it seems to work fine. It's just when the mouse and keyboard is plugged in or is your primary form of moving, that it doesn't feel right, at least on the default graphic setting. And so, you know, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel good. And so I bumped it up to a higher FOV, and that seems to play a bit better. The camera shifts towards the middle now. So rather than the camera being off to the side or the left-hand side, she's now a bit more in the middle. And yeah, that just seems to fix that issue of feeling like I'm running.
That is such fucking weird fucking situation. Like, that is, I've never heard anything like it.
And that's why I'm confused about, like, why haven't I seen anyone else talking about this? And there is a good reason why. There's a couple of videos I've watched, and they're not using a mouse and keyboard. They're using a controller. Yeah. And so I'm thinking maybe that's something that's a lot of people haven't noticed.
Honestly, I would have by default played on controller, I think.
Yeah. I like having the quick responsiveness on the aiming for a game like this. So I'm curious to see, once this comes out in the wild, what other people sort of feel and think. And maybe it's just me, but I could do a video of like how this is freaking me out in terms of, like, when I started running around it took me about a minute. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why isn't she running straight? So what I was having to do was, my camera, like, when you're facing something, you feel like that's where you should be running to, but she's not. She's running to the left. And so I'd have to move the camera to the right a little bit and then in order to get her to run in the direction that I wanted to. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll patch it. There was a 35
day one
gigabyte patch this morning,
Yeah.
which didn't change
that's
it.
the day one patch.
So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta video this shit. Oh, I desperately want to see it in action.
Yeah, I should video it, and then I'll compare it to. I think I've still got Red Dead installed, or like a different third-person game to be like, this is what should be happening, but this is what's happening here, and it's just weird. I don't. I feel like they programmed it and played this game and were like, cool, that's working, but the person that did it was running it like 90 FOV and not the whatever the standard is in the game, like 70. And so when you start playing it at that, you got this really tight shot of Aloy and like how it should feel, but she's just not running straight.
Yeah.
Anyway, that game, I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm having fun with it so far. Combat's awesome. It's fine. It's not like a good port, but for people that haven't played it and want to sort of get a taste of some good, like first party Sony games, maybe you don't have a PlayStation, I'd recommend checking it out because it is an excellent game. And maybe it'll entice you to get a PlayStation 5 when that rolls around and check out the sequel, which is probably maybe 2 years off. So, yep, I'll probably talk about that a bit more next week. But
yeah,
anything you want to add about that, or should we go on to the next game?
No, I don't know. I could have played this on PC, but I just didn't want to, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's about it. Yeah.
Should we talk about Fall Guys? I rearranged some of this stuff. Fall Guys? Did you play more?
Yeah, I played shitloads. It's out now. And yeah, it's a very interesting game. I think it's going to be very difficult to review because it is extremely compelling. It is a lot of fun playing with other people, but if you really get into the nitty gritty of it,
it's like a competitive game.
Yeah, it's a competitive game. As an esports title. But like, I honestly think, right, to review it would require less an examination of the game and more an examination of the self, right? You would have to examine whether or not you personally, or me personally, I would have to examine whether I personally am capable of finding enjoyment in a game where I am required to accept that I will repeatedly lose due to factors entirely outside of my control. The idea that whether I'm capable of repeatedly queuing into an experience where I know for a fact that I am going to fail despite my best efforts. And I think on some level that might not be a healthy state of mind for me. I do not think I am capable of engaging in that sort of self-reflection without severe negative repercussions, because I dwell on the precipice of nihilistic existential despair quite often, as I think my time rant last week might have hinted at. So I don't know if I don't know. I have to be in the right frame of mind to play Fall Guys. I guess is what I'm saying, because because I think I can handle in Fall Guys. I can handle knowing that it doesn't matter what I do in fucking Jinxed. my team is gonna like fucking shit the bed anyway, or it doesn't matter. I've got a fucking classic. I was playing with Kleb and Johnny. I think Johnny Bravo was playing as well. We're playing on at Discord. We've got a Fall Guys channel in there. So if you see me in there, jump in. But I was playing, got to the last round, and it was the tail grabbing, tail tag. And that was like whoever had the tail would win. And I've got video of it. And I haven't counted it up yet, but I am pretty sure I had the tail for at least 50% of that round, but I lost it in the last second, or I failed to, like, I was on top of the guy and didn't grab him in the last second, and so I did not win. And I don't know, man. Like, I did everything right? I did everything correct, and yet I was still fucked out of victory. And yeah, I did everything correct, and yet I still got fucked out of victory. And that happens a lot in Fall Guys, and I can actually handle it. Like, I can actually deal with it if I'm in the right fucking mind frame. But there are things that happen in Fall Guys that I can't fucking abide. I think this is so sweaty, right? That's the thing, right? Every time I talk about this this shit, I think to myself, fuck, this is such a sweaty fucking approach to this game. Yeah. Right? Like, it's a fucking goof. It's
supposed to be a casual, fun party game, and you're in here playing it like you're, Michael Jordan showing up to a pickup game.
Basically, like, that's my problem, right? That's the problem I have, is that I can't separate those that fucking headspace. I can't separate from that headspace. Like, all of the time. Like, even when I'm playing and I'm having fun, like, we've got a bunch of people, even on the weekend we were playing with Drew and Heath was in there, and like we had a bunch of people playing in the technical alpha, and that was really good fun. But even then, like, I had a game where, I don't know, the Aussie servers must have gone down or something. There are Aussie servers, I confirmed that with Devolver. The Aussie servers must have gone down because it didn't matter what I did. Like, again, I can rewatch the tape. There's video of like situations where, like, I would be on top of a person and I grab them, but I would, like, I was playing Jinxed and they wouldn't get Jinxed, or I got Jinxed from fucking some person who was ages away from me, shit like that, or they grab the tail away from me and stuff like that. And like, that's the shit I can't handle, right? Even like, I can handle, even when I lost the tail tag, despite clearly playing better than everyone else, even then, I'm able to, like, compartmentalize it. I'm able to, like, put it away as, oh yeah, okay, right? At the end of the day, it's a goof, right? People are dressed as pineapples. I'm dressed as a fucking dinosaur with a tutu, right? The game's a fucking goof. I don't have that big a fucking problem with losing in that fashion. I should have won, but sometimes you get RNG fucked. It's fine, right? Like, you get RNG fucked in every battle royale game. It's fine. But the, like, network lag ones, I can't handle that. And I do not think, the game has been having a lot of network issues since launch. Enough that, it got a shitload of negative reviews out of nowhere when it really shouldn't have. PC Gamer are insistent that that's not review bombing, even though, I got 2,000 negative reviews from people who had played less than 0.1 hours on Steam. Okay. Because they PC Gamer read a couple of them and they were actually constructive in their negative criticism. So it's not review bombing. Not all 2,000 of them were. The ones, anecdotally, they went through and read a bunch that were constructive. Anecdotally, I went through and read a bunch that were let me in, or let me in times, like, repeated 9 times. And yeah, like, clearly people were negatively reviewing it because the servers were down, or for other reasons. My eyes have been reopened to the realities of the console wars, but I went and had a quick look on Twitter, and Xbox fanboys were slamming this game because it's a PlayStation console exclusive.
Yeah.
So they were slamming it. So yeah, there is actually a concerted effort from dipshits to negatively review this game because it is a PlayStation console exclusive. So
and
yeah,
it's also
anyway.
like we talked about this last week. It's an indie game that's having server issues because a lot of fucking people are trying to play it because of the whole word of mouth thing. Like, it just came out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Oh, this game is pretty fun," so they've gone from a game that nobody had really heard of before, and now it's just getting like smashed. So they're going to have server problems while they're trying to figure this out.
Exactly. But yeah, like, so I understand that there are like there's gonna be server woes, but I also don't think that even if the servers are running flawlessly, I don't think the fucking netcode in this game is particularly good. Which, like, we come back again to the fact that that's a sweaty fucking thing to fucking worry about, right? Like, it shouldn't fucking matter. But how am I supposed to, like, I've got to draw a line between, okay, I'm fine with dying or losing to things outside of my control when it is being placed on a team full of fucking, like, dribbling morons, but I'm not fine with losing to things that are outside of my control when it comes to network lag and stuff like that. I think I can't separate those two things, and I don't know how I'm supposed to. I just don't have the ability, so I don't think I'll write a review for Fall Guys. I was planning on initially, but I don't think I'm able to. I think what I'll do is maybe just do a goof review. I've started. I've got the seeds there of a pretty good goof review.
Yeah.
Might review every single level individually, because I mean, I said this last week. I don't like the team games. I do not like how they play out. There's too far out of your control. Like, there's too little in your, like, you are unable to do anything about it. Unable to really take control of your own destiny in those team games. Even we were playing the Rings game, me and Kleb. We're playing the Rings game, and yeah, I had fucking tons of my team's points. I think, like, the team we were on in the Ring game was doing really well this time. So it didn't come down to it. But, like, by the end of that game, I think our team had like fucking 60 points. And I've never seen a team get 60 points in the fucking Ring game. I think they might have altered how many points people are getting or something. I don't know. Because the other two teams had like 40 plus points each. So I've never seen that many fucking points in the Ring game total. But I had a fuck ton of the points for my team. And yeah, like, if we had lost that, I would have been very upset. But I think the good thing is, like, get into a new game fast enough in Fall Guys that it doesn't matter. Like, I think that's the best thing Fall Guys does for me, wondering if I'm pissing away my entire life. The best thing it does is a new game starts and my mind resets and I stop fucking worrying about that shit. Because yeah, I think it does. It's doing a really good job of, like, switching into new ones, like into a new game quite quickly, and it doesn't really matter. Like, at the end of the day, I have a lot of fun with it. I plugged it. I, like, Steam streamed it to my TV and plugged the controller in, and I was playing with my wife, and like, that'd be pretty. I think it'd be pretty fucking entertaining to have some people around and just load up Fall Guys and have that in the stead of Jackbox, because it doesn't, like, people, like, my wife was just having fun. She doesn't play she doesn't play action games at all. She's playing fucking Paper Mario.
Mm.
And before that, she plays Stardew Valley more than almost anyone alive. But yeah, like, she doesn't play action games. I don't think she's able to manipulate the camera. I don't think she can do it. I told her to change the camera at one point because she just left it on the default, which basically makes Fall Guys a top-down fucking, like, Diablo fucking isometric game
Right,
for some reason. I don't know why the default camera is up there, but it is. And I'm like, why don't you put the camera down so you can see what's happening next? And she, like, moved her hand to the camera, and as soon as she moved to do the camera, she stopped moving altogether. Her character stopped moving, and then she'd, like, moved the camera, and it made things significantly worse. So I told her not to do it again. But yeah, like, she was still capable. Like, she still got through shitloads of rounds. She didn't win, but she got, like, through to the last round, and, like, it was fucking close. I think if it hadn't been the fucking hoppy one, the platform falling one, I think she probably could have, like, had a decent chance. She's just, that hoppy one's, yeah, a bit rough. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, overall, I don't know. I really like it, but yeah, I continue to have concerns about its longevity. It's going to really hinge on how much they bring out new content. I think the idea of having the technical alpha weekends, 2 weekends in a row leading directly into the launch, might have been a bad idea, because, I mean, while I've still only played the fucking soccer game once, like, it's like I just feel like I've seen all the others a lot, and I don't know how random it is in its selection. It feels like it's doing playlists. You know how COD does, like, playlists, or it'll be like, oh, you're in the fucking, I don't know, what's that dumb fucking playlist everyone plays where it's like shipment slash rust, right? It's got some name. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, yeah, but it'd be like it only cycles between Rust or Shipment, and a bunch of different game modes for those 2 maps. And it'll be like, oh, now you're playing Domination on Shipment. Now you're playing fucking Hardpoint on Rust, right? And it cycles through them, and it's not random. It's not randomly selecting those things. It will cycle through all of them because it's a constructed playlist. And that's what I feel like is going on in Fall Guys. I do not think it should be the case. Multiple times I have gotten, like, the identical. I will start off on Whirligig, the fucking spinny race, and then we'll go to Seesaws, the balancing race, and then we go to the match game. And then we go to, because nobody ever fucking fails on the match game, except for Kleb. And then we go to, like, there'll be one more, like the fucking, what is it? I can't remember what it's called. The one where it's the fucking
tower
alleys with the ball, and you push the ball down. You can't jump from alley to alley anymore. They fixed it.
Oh, what they do for a wall?
An invisible wall.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, then you go to that one, and then it'll be the last one is Hexagon. And then when I inevitably fail on Hexagon, we start over, and it'll be exactly the same. Whirligig, Seesaw, Match Game, the alley, the ball alley, whatever the fuck it's called. Hexagon. And I'm like, that, I don't know. I don't know if the odds, like, what the odds of that are, but, like, if that was truly random, for me to have done that again and again, maybe you should be spending some time at the fucking casino, because that's bananas. Like, the odds are pretty low at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 different end games that it could be. So the idea that it, like, yeah, just anyway. I think it's a playlist. I think it's doing playlists for periods of time, and I do not think it should do that. It should just pure random it, because otherwise it like directly discourages repeat play, because you know you're going to wind up in the same ones again. And if you did, like, if you hate Seesaw, then you're not going to want to play Seesaw again. You're going to be like, oh, so for this, I guess this hour, I'm just going to be playing Seesaw every fucking second time. I don't really want to do that, so I guess I just won't play Fall Guys. I'll go play something else.
Yeah.
You know, like, it has a bit of that fucking vibe. If it's not purely random. If it is purely random and I just pissed away a lifetime's worth of random chance on like nailing my least favorite fucking mode over and over again, well, that's fucking good too, but it is what it is. Anyway, have you played much more?
Not really, no. We did get a code thanks to the Devolver team. But at that stage, I tried to jump in with you guys yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, but you just finished up. So I've only really played like 2 rounds or 2 games since then. I haven't really spent a lot of time on it. But yeah, I'm still digging it. It seems to, like, it's the sort of thing where I'll fire it up and then have a game or 2 and jump out and be like, yeah, all right, that's cool. I just want to jump in with some other people though, and see what it's like. I haven't had to, other than playing with you, it's kind of just been the 2 of us. So it'd be interesting to get a whole team in there and screw around a bit. Maybe this week.
Yeah, if people are on, definitely jump in. It's at its best when you're playing with other people in a Discord or in the same room. Because like, even when you lose, I mean, I did over the weekend. I spent a lot of time literally losing immediately. So I had this idea for sort of just doing some Takeshi's Castle style commentary on it. I think it is pretty entertaining, although I would need to do a lot of work to make it actually function correctly. Like, I do think it is pretty entertaining, an idea, and someone's definitely going to do it. I mean, the spectator tools, if the spectator tools were better, it would be significantly easier. But yeah, like, I just sort of sat there and commentated, and like my wife was like watching, and she enjoyed like just watching the idea of people just fucking talking through what's happening, and like we were picking people like to back and stuff like that. Like, it just fucking works, man. Like, there's something there that works when people are actively engaging with a game where they've already lost. I don't know what it is 100%, but yeah, and that only works if you're not deliberately going in to like spectate people. That only works if you're playing with other people. Like, oh my god, I can't remember what fucking, it was JB or Kleb. We're playing yesterday. Johnny Bravo or Kleb yesterday. We're playing, I think it was the Seesaw, and I've never seen anyone like more fundamentally misunderstand the concept of fucking Seesaw in my entire life. I think it was JB. Like, Johnny Bravo was legit, like, would just fucking run at one end of the fucking Seesaw and then just sprint back the other way before it ever had a chance to tilt the right way. And I'm like, what am I watching? What are you doing? Like, what is going on here? Why are you doing this? Why are you this bad? Oh, Kleb, we were doing the fucking, you know, the one that, like, there's a platform. Everyone's standing on a platform, and these walls come over and they'll push people off the platform.
Like spins around like a cylinder.
Like, and like the amount, like, I do not think Kleb has successfully completed that fucking game. Not a single time. And we were sitting there, because it's like 2.5 minutes long, and we're sitting there just running about, like, doing our best to stay on. And Kleb is talking an inordinate amount of shit about all the people. He's like, why do people it's so hard. I'm like, it's not hard. Like, all you have to do is concentrate and not like the only challenge in this one is getting distracted in trying to fuck with other people. That's it. And Kleb, literally, like right at the end, there's fucking 11 seconds left, grabs me and starts trying to fuck with me. And then he misses his next jump and gets knocked off. That was the closest he's ever come to finishing that fucking level. I could not believe. Oh my God. It was mind boggling. What are you doing? You were so close. Like, even you could, like, just to see what it's like to finish that fucking level, mate. Like, just play it all the way through on that sense. But no, he couldn't stop himself. He had to go for the fuck about.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I still haven't gotten a hold of like how that grabbing system works or like what it does exactly.
You grab people. That's about it. If they're not actively moving in any one direction, when you grab someone, they will just move wherever you push them. But otherwise, you sort of just counter their movement. They can get out of it by jumping or diving. Kleb grabbed me while I was fucking diving across fucking a line at one point just to dick me over. Like, yeah. As a vessel for dicking people about, it is very entertaining. I guess that's my broader point. I mean, that's why you want to be in the same Discord as people and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it is highly entertaining. Just dicking people about or talking about how bad they are and stuff like that.
Right.
Yep.
Cool. All right, Fall Guys. I guess we'll keep playing that one. It's been some fun. Next up, we got Blightbound, which you've been playing a little bit more of. I didn't get a chance to check this out yet, but you jumped in with some people.
Yeah, I was playing on the weekends, and yeah, it's a very, very good game when you aren't accidentally somehow, I'm still not sure how, setting it to be 8 levels more difficult than what anyone is capable of fucking completing. So yeah, we're playing, like, what I really like about it is that it combines. I do not understand why this idea has never been done before, if I'm being honest. It's a looter, but a side scroller, like a side scroller beat 'em up. It's, golden axe. Like, I can't fathom why this hasn't been done before. It's basically like Destiny or Warframe, or one of those games where the progression is inherently tied to the gameplay loop itself. And yeah, I'm like, as soon as that clicked for me, I'm like, holy shit, this is genius. Why did this not exist before? Why has this only just been like made?
Yeah.
Where was how did they arrive at this first? It feels like an idea that should have existed for fucking yonks. Because yeah, it is like, you scroll, or like you move to side and you fucking wallop cunts, and yeah, you play to your class, you slowly unlock more gear, you acquire more gear, you take on challenges perhaps just outside your grasp, where you're maybe not quite capable of doing it yet, but you do your best, and if you get through it, we did a couple of where it was hard, we managed to do it, and we got some fucking awesome gear out of it, and then you're able to take on higher challenges, and as you do all of that, you unlock more and more like elements within the, when you go back to your settlement type area, you unlock the ability to, buy new weapons or craft gear or stuff like that, and that grows out as well. And yeah, it just makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised that I'd never seen it before, because it's very well, like, probably the worst thing about this game is the menu system. I don't understand why the menu is as bad as it is, but it is. It's very confusing. It comes out of nowhere. It's like this, almost this web 2.0 shit where, like, it's hiding off the screen and it'll pop out over like a fucking frame for some reason. You're like, all right, I hated these in the year 2000. I think we might have this might have fucking outstayed its welcome. but it does it. Outside of that, yeah, when you're playing the game, I mean, it's frantic. I think it could be a little bit better at displaying what's going on screen. It really leans on the color red for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not colorblind, and I had a lot of trouble telling when like certain red elements were supposed to be dangerous to me or whether or not they were just indicating like aesthetic blood type thing. And like an enemy's attack will be red, and then another enemy's attack will be red, and you can't see that. And so I was the tank, and I'd be standing and delivering and soaking up, using my shield to soak up damage, and then like using that to put out more hurt on people or interrupt, which is the function of my character. And I was getting like fucking one hit. I'm like, how am I getting one hit? There's no way. None. Like I've got my shield up. I shouldn't be getting one hit. That's not how this works. I was at full health, like 100% one hit. And I'm like, that shouldn't be. But then, rewatch the tape, and yeah, it's actually I'm not getting one hit. There's 3 enemies all attacking me at once, but because of the color of the you need to get the fuck out of the way of this attack, because it's all the same, you can't see it when it's overlapped.
Yep.
And that needs to change pretty fucking fast because, yeah, seriously, the way the fucking tank works. Like, I think that sort of thing kind of works in World of Warcraft, right? Because you're able to, like, you're embodying the character. Like, you are the character. So you can see, like, if you're standing in front of some big 4-legged fuck who's about to hit you with his big fucking axe, and there's 2 magic caster dickholes on the side who are also similarly about to attack you with their fucking spells. You can see the spells being wound up, and you can see the axe go up, and you're like, oh, I should probably not stand here for what's about to happen, right? But you can't really see that when it's just like they're all just clustered together on a 2D plane. It doesn't work that way. And so they, very much need to change how the fuck that works. But like apart from that, like it's just really well executed and it plays really fun. There's good puzzles. Like I would love to see them. It seems like the levels are constructed. And so once you know how to do the puzzles in one area, you sort of know them for the rest of the time.
Right.
They don't change, it's not like procedurally generated levels or anything. But so like I guess there's an argument to be made in favor of knowing the levels and therefore knowing the puzzles. But it would be, if you're going to be playing these levels over and over again, it would probably be more entertaining if you had to make slight adjustments to how you solve the puzzles each time.
Right.
I don't know, maybe that gets annoying. Maybe it's better the way it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, my initial impression was it would probably be better if it was a little bit more random in the puzzle layout, but they're good puzzles nonetheless. And yeah, you wind up like feeling, that's what puzzles exist for. That's why puzzles exist in games, is to, give you that little fucking hit of, oh yeah, I'm kind of clever. Oh yeah, we worked this one out. And yeah, like it nails that. There's a bit of exploration. There's like that balancing act of knowing whether or not you should go for that extra little bit of gold or whether it's probably just more efficient to piss bolt back to your objective. Like it nails that vibe, that dungeon running late game Diablo vibe that I think that it's going for, and I think it does it really well. Yeah, it's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up like looter game. I'm honestly surprised it's never happened before because it does. It honestly it makes a lot of sense to me. Like just as a concept, it makes a lot of sense that it exists, and I think with the exception of the menus and too much fucking red, they've executed it really well. But it's in early access, so like they can fix those things, Yeah,
do you
I
think they've
would
like backed themselves into a corner with this whole you can only play it as a co-op game?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. Because then the game requires player counts, right? And it's only 3 people per turn, but as communities develop, yeah, that might be a problem. But I think they might be making AI. They might be adding AI down the track. I don't think
Yeah.
it's like GTFO where they've got no intention of making AI and the game's built around, it requires 4 players.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't require 4 players. As long as the AI is capable of fucking standing on the locations they need to unlock doors and stuff. Yeah, I think AI would work and would be a really good addition to make this work better as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because obviously there's a lot of people out there just don't like playing with randoms or that sort of
Randoms,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I was playing with like people I know, so that worked out really well. I prefer it that way 100%. There was good bants and shit, so that works. That's better because you can't really bant with the text chat very much. So yeah, no, definitely a good point. But provided they make AI, I think that won't be a problem. But yeah, anyway,
Awesome.
Blightbound. I mean, I think it's still got a long way to go in early access, but I think what it's got, it does very well. It's like grounded, right? Like a really good foundation, and I'm keen to see where it goes. Yeah,
Awesome.
oh, they got a roadmap.
Oh, they've got a roadmap. That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything exciting sort of jump out at you that looks cool?
No, they've just got plans to make more dungeons, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's a bit of a short roadmap as well. But yeah, I think it's just more dungeons, more bosses, more heroes. I think it's a good fucking good plan of attack. Anyway,
Nice. Rainbow Six Siege, the new
Rainbow
update
Six Siege
or event.
Yeah, event. Yeah, so this launched yesterday, and the Mute Protocol, it's called MUTE Protocol, is probably the most excited I've ever been to play on fucking Tower in Rainbow Six Siege. It's a very weird one. So basically, you're on Tower. The attackers, when they throw out their drone, they become the drone, and so they can like move around, and wherever they move to as the drone, they then like once you leave the drone view, you are right there where the drone was.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly.
Yeah,
So
you're sort of like transforming to a drone and then being like, "Oh, I'm a
exactly.
human now." So it means you can move around really small and get into interesting places really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you've got like different avenues of entry into areas and stuff like that. It's a bit more like instead of like you just need to capture 2 areas, sort of domination style as the attacker. You don't need to like plant anything, or it's like secure area, but there are two areas to attack. And and because you're very nimble, the defenders have the ability, instead they come equipped with a bulletproof camera. Everyone has a bulletproof camera. Wherever you like, if you switch out of a camera, you will teleport to that camera. And so you've got extra mobility as well, but in fixed locations. And there's like some very clever play around working out good locations to put those cameras and the right time to come out, like to spring out of the camera so that you can stop a secure and not get murdered the moment you come in, because there's a couple of seconds where you're very vulnerable coming out of the camera. And yeah, I think it's fucking cool. The problem is that there's a glitch people worked out where they become invincible and invisible. And it was getting fucking super abused.
Yeah.
When I was playing yesterday, I played one round where it was heaps of fun, and then every single game after that, someone was invincible and invisible every single time. The one time it happened on my team, when the player on my team was doing it, we vote kicked them. And yeah, on the other team, they didn't do it. So cool. Like I nobody ever vote kicked anyone doing it, even though, and like, yeah, the people doing it were, oh yeah, you're just blind, even though you can, like, they're running up and sledging people, and you watch the end around, and they're just running straight in front of them and sledging them, and you're like, oh yeah, you're just blind. And worse is that, like, they didn't get fucking banned. Anyone who abuses a glitch is cheating.
Yeah.
And they should get banned, but no, they don't get banned. So
they've the event has stopped. They've postponed it or switched it off at this stage a couple hours back today, until they can fix it. So I don't know, like, was it part of some sort of battle pass thing, or was it kind of just...
there are packs you can get, cosmetic packs that you can get,
right?
And yeah, the like, you know, they're pretty cool. I like the cosmetics in them. So I was pretty annoyed. I think you only get the pack when you win a game. And like I said, we kicked the player cheating on our team. So yeah, I didn't win. I only won the first game. I got one cool skin for Vigil, who I never play as. So what can you do? But yeah, I think people were directly exploiting it to gain things, so it makes sense that they would take it away. But they should have fucking banned them. It's not, I've reported every single person doing it, but no, they won't get banned. I don't know. It's fucking, I don't understand. Fucking publishers are so fucking scared of banning cheaters, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you holding on to people who are actively ruining your game? What's the fucking point of that? Yeah. Anyway. Ludicrous.
Okay, but do you get a sense of, like, what that mode is, if it's going to be any good, or are you kind of just like, whatever? Like, they've done a couple where previous modes, like the cowboy mode and or the Western
I really like the one game that I had where it wasn't hackers or cheaters, rather exploiters, not hackers. Just to clarify, exploiting is not hacking, but it is cheating. Yeah, the one mode I had where it didn't have cheaters, one map I had where it didn't have cheaters, was like heaps of fun. It's really like a really cool idea. I mean, you wouldn't play it fucking tons, but it's the most fun I've had on Tower ever, I think. Like, it is just like super fucking, it's so weird the way it works. But like the moment when, like, you are under fire and you realize there's like three attackers coming into the room, they're gonna fucking take the room, and so you hammer fucking camera to teleport away, and then hammer so you press 5 to go into camera, and you bring up your phone, like, you're lying on the ground, they're coming in, you've managed to hold them off a little bit, but you can't hold them off forever, so you bring up 5, and you bring up your camera, and then you fucking teleport to any other fucking camera, and then you teleport back in to the camera that you put in the room next door, so that, like, you've got the time to cycle to the correct camera, and then you fucking roll in behind them and fucking murder them. Is so fucking cool. Like, it's some sci-fi shit, like some super fucking like anime shit. You just feel like a fucking baller. Ghost in the Shell fucking shit, and yeah, it's fucking rad. So yeah, I was having heaps of fun, and then exploiters fucking ruined it. So yeah.
Right. What were they doing to turn invisible? Do you know?
So what I was reading was that there was an area you could throw one of the drones to, and it would like glitch into the game world, and then because you become the drone, when you became the drone, you were invisible and invincible, and that was about it.
Right.
And they just do that, and they were doing it repeatedly. But it took a while as well. It wasn't easy to do, and so you'd occasionally see someone fall to their death on the outside of the building. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's just shitty. Just fucking ban them. Some dude was fucking like, oh, he was so fucking smug. And then when I was scrolling to his account so I could report him, he was like copper 3, and he had a .6 kill death ratio.
Yeah.
Lifetime, and I'm like, honestly, man, this must be the only time you've ever fucking gotten kills in this game. Like, good lord, this is gonna do wonders for your shitty fucking account, you hopeless cunt. But anyway, yeah.
Right. Well, hopefully they fix that soon. That comes back up online. Cool. All right, let's talk about Warzone then. I got my sticks. Got my sticks, Joe.
Got your sticks.
I did my 24/7 shipment. So in order to get the Kali sticks, it was get 3 knife kills while sliding in 15 different matches. And so off the recommendation of, I believe Nate was the one that suggested it.
It was Nate,
and you passed on this guide information. So I ended up doing that after we, I think that night I jumped on and did a bunch of games, and yeah, basically fire it up, and almost instantaneously we get a game. There's a lot of people playing 24 shipment, and you'd absolutely just, I reckon you could do it in about a minute. Because it's not that hard, and as soon as you get those 3 kills, you disconnect and then rejoin, and off you go. Except for the one game where I got like 14 kills in a row with my knife. It was fucking disgusting. I think I might have recorded it.
Chuck it in the YouTube. I definitely got distracted a couple of times.
Yeah.
When you'd like murder, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to quit yet. I might as well use my. Might as well wait it out and use my kill streak, and then murder, and you're like, oh, well, I may as well use both kill streak. Oh, I got the 3rd kill streak. Yay! Maybe I can get a nuke.
Yeah, there were times where I was like cluster striking and things, and all right, fair enough. Let's go.
Yeah, ludicrous.
But anyway, so we got the sticks. Set up the new, I think it's the Kali sticks shield combo, and we jumped in for a couple of games. I don't think it went too well.
No,
we struggled a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's hard. Like, it works phenomenally in duos because duos tend to stick together. Like, they stay on top of each other. Trios, you can send one person to like sort of branch off a little bit, and quads, it very much doesn't work. In my opinion, it's like you can't have all 4 people having Kali sticks because it's too easy to spread out and flank. And it's a goofy setup that only really works when people have to attack you front on. And even like you can see them, like the people who understand will immediately split because they know that you'll have to go over to one and they can try to get you at the same time. But as long as you've got like 2 people, they have to focus on the person immediately trying to fucking beat them to death with a fucking pair of sticks or trying to thermite them. But yeah, in trios, it doesn't work that well. And it definitely didn't work with quads. But I mean, we were like, I think 2 people with the shield Kali sticks.
Yeah.
And 1 person with the gun.
Yeah, maybe that's what you need to do.
Still fucking works.
Is like have 4 people with the shields and 2 people with sticks and 2 people with SMGs or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we were
Just-
doing that last night. They've got the big patch. It took fucking, I don't know, 17 hours of fucking download plus 17 hours for it to repair.
Right.
If like the last 2 patches in a row for me, it's had to scan and repair the entire fucking update, and I don't know why.
Weird. Maybe you need
But it's
to
fantastic.
like uninstall the whole thing and try again or something like that. My
Maybe.
I was gonna jump in, but I couldn't. Like, my download was going about 3 megaseconds, something like that.
Right.
Was super slow. It was a 55, 56 gigabyte update, and it was going to take me basically. I think it's obviously finished now, but oh wait, it's still fucking going. It says maybe it's broken. It says it's downloading, but it's not moving. Anyway, that's cool.
Nice.
So I don't know. I don't even know if it's updated yet. Anyway, is it good?
No, I do not think so.
Why?
I'm getting 20 fewer frames a second across the fucking board. Like it just
big train.
Yeah, the train's fucking the game. It feels sluggish or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it feels a bit off, which isn't great. And yeah, like I just don't understand. I don't understand how is this 60 extra fucking gigabytes plus it's also running significantly worse. It's getting out of hand. I'm starting to I was talking about this when we were playing last night, but I'm like, Conspiracy Joab's fucking popping up. He's like, fucking, well, Joab, maybe they're about to announce a new Call of Duty and they're trying to transition people away from this one. Because I know they said that Warzone's here to stay.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they said Blackout was here to stay as well. So I don't know. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll just make it play like shit. It's like planned obsolescence for Warzone. And yeah, that'll make people switch to the new one because it just plays, I don't know, not like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it plays significantly worse. So I do not understand why it's as like so much worse. Like 20 frames is that's a 20% like decrease. Which that's fucking hefty, you know. And it also said it was optimized, so I don't understand what's going on there either. Like in the patch notes, it said it was optimized for PC, so yeah, I don't understand. Anyway, it plays worse, but we were having a lot of fun. Obviously, is at the end of the day the most important thing. Yeah, me and Nate were doing the Kali Sticks shield combo, and we had Johnny Bravo with a gun behind us. And it was a fucking walloping. I don't know if the stats still work. The stats pages still work. Was it like COD GG or whatever? Maybe. What was that fucking Warzone stats?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
CODtracker.gg. Let's see if we can see my my details from yesterday.
Can I just say that they've added an extra 10 gigabytes into your size on the disk? I'm just looking now. Because I checked before before yesterday. So up to 218 gig storage space.
That is fucking ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah, it's just getting way out of hand. Yeah, I got like fucking. We were getting like 6 kills. Why is it only me? I used to say we had like fucking. I think it was like 18 kills as a squad in the quick trios, which yeah,
Cool.
isn't common because that should ends pretty quick. It is a very small circle to start with, and it's still like I think it's half the players, like 75 or 76 or
This
some
is a
shit.
mini
So
royale.
mini royale, that's what it's called. Yeah. But yeah, like We're just fucking running around belting. It was good fun. Had some rough fucking endings, but what are you gonna do? So a couple of seconds and stuff. It is what it is. So yeah, having fun, but yeah, it plays so much worse, and I don't understand why. See if you notice when you load it up, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's never really run great to begin with for me anyway, especially with those, what I think is some sort of memory leak that it's got in there, because after a couple games, it just like tanks. It just completely tanks. We play games where I'll let it keep going, and after about the third game of it feeling like it's tanking, I get to literally like 15 frames. It just like shits itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on with that one. Maybe they're just secretly putting in this new Call of Duty game. Like they're just going to drop it. It's free, and it's in Call of Duty Modern Warfare now as well. So
it's embedded within it. Yeah.
All right, Warzone. We'll have to jump in and check some of that out. I'm curious what this new map looks like. Is it just the train and the stadium that's changed, or there's other bits and pieces around that?
There's like zip lines up to a bunch of locations. You can get to the top of the dam now and stuff without having to fucking run around the fucking mountain.
Can you zip line on top of a fucking rock?
No.
Like a large rock that you can't climb?
Oh, a knee-high rock.
Yeah.
With zip lines up this slight incline. No, sadly. But yeah. Anyway.
Right. Cool. Okay, you got 2 more games on here that I've been playing. One of them is a tiny game called Frog Fractions, Game of the Decade.
Game of the Decade.
So this was actually our Game of the Year a couple of years back after we did our Game of the Year. It was a correction for that year. I think it was the 2012 Undisputed Champion.
2012. Wow. Yep.
It was a while back. It was a Flash game back then. It's now available on Steam for free. You can play it. You can just hit the play button. It's a very small download. It's not really big, like a big game. It takes about an hour or so to finish. But I don't want to spoil it. It's bonkers. It's a bonkers game. If you haven't played it and you like games that are just weird, go check it out. It's insane. And if you want to, you can throw the developer some money because there's a DLC hat called Hop's Iconic Hat. It's DLC. All it is a hat that you can put on the frog. And I would suggest if you liked Frog Fractions and the sequel that they did, which was a Frog Fraction sequel inside of Glitter Mitten Grove, go check out this DLC because you might like it. You might like this new Frog Fractions. I don't know if I should spoil it any more than that, but it's about $6 at the moment. It's on sale because it's only just been released. And I'll just leave it at that for that stage. I don't know. I don't feel like I should spoil it any more than that because, or should I? Or should I, Joab? Should I tell you what it actually is?
No.
You don't want to
spoil. Well, I have my suspicions.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Got to get that hat, huh?
Got to get that hat. Yeah. So that's Frog Fractions Game of the Decade. DLC is Hop's Iconic Hat, and it's about $6 or $7 at the moment. And if you don't like the hat, I guess you could refund it if you're not digging it. But it's a nice hat. You should check it out.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah. And the other game I've been playing, which I've been playing a lot of this one, is called Satisfactory. Have you heard of this game at all?
I have heard of this game.
You haven't played it though?
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances.
Is there a reason
will
why?
I be playing Satisfactory?
Is it because of the name?
Well, that doesn't help. It certainly doesn't help. Isn't it one of these games where you just build fucking treadmills and shit? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Joab, do you build treadmills? Do you build treadmills? It is a first-person factory constructor game set in a first-person open world where you're on a planet and there are a bunch of minerals and there's some combat in there, but it's not heavily combat focused. It's for the most part exploration and construction. And you build buildings and factories and that sort of thing. It starts off with like some basic like mining ore and iron, copper, that sort of stuff. And you start off with like a little base and you get these minerals and you can craft new items to sort of further your progress. So there's like a bunch of tiers that you can progress through, and each tier has a set of buildings or a bunch of tools that allow you to progress a little bit further. And every time you do that, you sort of get a bit further, like a bit deeper into the game of being able to do more and more with the stuff that is around you. And so, for instance, you start off with like a little handheld mining tool, and it goes off. You chuck it on the mineral deposit, and it starts mining. And then eventually, you grab the minerals that it sort of mines. You use those minerals. You start like breaking them down into like, so say it's like iron ore, and now you start smeltering it. You get like chunks of iron, and then you use that iron to make sheets of metal, and then you need metal and copper wire to make something, and then like you start building a bunch of stuff, things like generators in order to power a bunch of these buildings, and then there are like you go around and pick up leaves and sticks and wood to create biomass, which you put in these generators, and you're creating like power lines to all of these buildings and setting up. So you're setting up like this little factory building area, and the idea is that as you progress further and further down this tree, you start constructing more and more things to automate the process of you getting further and further down the tree. So like you end up with a bigger, a more advanced mining system. And so now it mines all the time, and you don't actually have to go pick this stuff up. You put like conveyor belts down, which then go into a smelter. And from the smelter, the next conveyor belt pushes it into a constructor. And then that constructor then starts like making the metal sheets. And then the metal sheets could go into something else, or they could be stored somewhere for you to get later. And so it starts off with super basic, and to the point where you're just building these insane construction sites with things everywhere, like interconnected conveyor belt systems, and it's just it's insane. It's bonkers. The detail in this game is nuts. It's an early access game, and it's like it blows my mind. Like you put down a giant like mining thing, and it takes time for it to get up and running. It takes like 10-15 seconds for the power to go on. It starts like slowly like going to work. You see the bits and pieces inside this piece of machinery starting to work. Like it feels like it's a thing that it actually start like doing what it's supposed to do. And then like that goes to conveyor belts, and then it goes to the next piece of machine, and that's like churning and doing what it's supposed to do. And so like the detail of the way that these buildings, and just like it feels like, oh yeah, that's how that thing would work. Like that makes sense. You get to a point where you're in this next step of the chain, and it's the part where it sticks like a sheet of metal and some screws together, and then you can kind of like see it putting these things together. It just feels like it's very tactile, and they've thought about like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like this is how this would work. And so I like the design, like the little details. It's so specific how this stuff would work. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the game. It reminds me of like it scratches that same sort of itch as like an idle game or a clicker, because that's kind of what it is, except there's no idling, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It's not like a game where you are mining, in an idle game, you're getting coins. Like the game we're talking about before, Idle Slayer, you're getting coins and souls, and you come back in 2 hours and you've got a bunch, and you spend that money to get a better shield or something like that. Whereas in Satisfactory, it's not like you can quit the game and you come back later on and you've got all this stuff. It's more like you're you're getting these resources as you go, and so that you're sort of skipping that idle step and you're just kind of playing it constantly, and you're getting more resources and trying to build all this stuff and upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. It scratches that same sort of itch. Like it's not exactly the same. Like it's not exactly an idle game, but it's the same sort of feeling that you get from those games. And so yeah, man, like I got so deep in this thing. I played, I think it was about 15 hours in 2 sessions. It just hooked me so hard because it did the actual, like the progression system is so well done.
Yeah.
Just feels like you're always just finding new ways to learn about the game. And that's what's so amazing about it, is that you kind of start off and you're like, oh, I'm going to put these things together and I'm going to set up my little conveyor belts and my little sort of, I don't know, small factory. Like I need to make sheets of metal, and here's my metal section. Here's where I'm making sheets of metal over here. And when that's done, it gets stored into a storage container, and then I can come and grab those sheets of metal, and then I'll get some screws later on, and then I'll make reinforced sheets. And then that's what I need. I need 50 reinforced sheets to make this other thing. And so you start making these little sections where like, oh, this is my production line for sheet metal, and this is the production line for screws, and this is where I do copper wire. And then you can get bits and pieces where they're interconnecting with each other, and then they're making something completely different. And you're progressing towards these higher tiers, and like this space elevator that sort of allows you to shoot up a bunch of materials to the sky, and it's an enormous structure. It's humongous. Like the sense of scale in this game is nuts. The map itself is ridiculously huge. I've explored. This one, like I'm 22 hours maybe into my game, and I've hardly scratched like the map. It's enormous. And it kind of, I think there's a bunch of different starting areas in the. I think they got 4 maps in there at this time, and like there's minerals, and depending on where you start, it's sort of a different layout. But you can go exploring. There's different things in the world that you can go and find, like crashed ships that'll give you. You've got to try and open them. You might have to provide power to the cargo door in order to get into it. But like it feels huge, but at the same time, where I'm at the moment is just such a small area. And yeah, so like I was saying, you start learning more and more about the game as you progress, like better ways to set up some of these systems and make things more productive, like quicker. The efficiency of it needs to be on point. So to give you an idea, I got to a point in the game where I needed to move on from my standard generators, which in order to power them, like I said, I collect leaves and sticks and wood, and you then craft them into biomass, and then you feed the biomass into these generators, and each generator gives you maybe, I don't know, let's say 30 power, the basic generators, and then you need enough generators to power all these equipment that you've got around, and then the next step above the generators is like coal electricity, and they make like 125 power for you, so they're obviously a lot better. And so I'm like, all right, cool. How do I do this? So I set up like a transport truck, like a tractor, down near some coal that I found. And it's like a 2-3 minute drive from my base. It's quite far. I can't be running down there logging coal backwards and forwards. So I set up this tractor transport system, and you can automate the truck with like a waypoint system. You just get in it and drive it, and records where you're driving. And so it sort of remembers, and you can put on autopilot. And so I've got these mines set up down in this coal area, and it's mining coal, and the conveyor belt feeds into the transport truck's loading dock area, and the truck comes in. The truck gets loaded by the mine that it's the coal that it's sort of found, and then it takes off. It goes up to my base, and it gets to the unloading dock, and then the coal is unloaded on to the transport docking system. And so now I've got coal near my base. I'm like, cool. So then I set up a coal station in order to produce electricity. And for that, I need water, some sort of water source. And so I've got the water pump nearby. I set up this giant water pump. It's got an intake pipe, so the pipe then goes into the back of my coal station, and now I'm pumping water into the back of this thing, and I'm pumping coal into it, and now I've tripled my power output, and it's all automatic. So now I can ditch my generators as well, because at this stage I'm basically feeding the power loop from my coal back into all of my equipment. So my water station, in order to produce water for the coal station, needs electricity. But if I ditch my generator, the coal station is now powering itself at this stage. So I've got rid of all of my generators, and I'm running off coal that is powering itself, which is really weird. So I do that. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. Like, I've got this automated coal system going. I've got coal from the truck getting picked up. It's coming back. I'm not doing anything. And I thought that blew my mind. I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. And then I thought, well, why is this truck, why don't I just build the coal station down at the fucking coal mine? And because there was water down there. So I was like, all right, let's go do that. And so I set up like 3 or 4 coal generators down at my coal mining area. There's plenty of water down there as well. It's like a giant lake. So I've got these pump stations. I set up about 4 of them. They're pumping water into these coal stations. I've got a stupid amount of power now, and I'm now running power lines from my coal stations up to where I was before. And yeah, I was like, all right, cool. I've just done, I've got this problem, and I've solved it in 2 different ways. Like, I could do a transport system, or I can just run like power lines to it. And that ended up working. And then so now I've gotten that truck transport system, and that's going off getting something else, like coal from somewhere else now, that is not near water, which I can use for building steel. Yeah, this game just like keeps blowing my mind every time I jump in for a session to play, because it gets more and more intricate, and it's nuts. Like, it's one of my favorite games of this year so far. It's really cool. It's an early access game. It only came out in early access like 4 months ago or something, and they've done like 3 major updates to it. I don't know what the plan is for their like full release, but its current state I think is really good. It's in a really good spot so far. It runs great. It gets a little bit framey once you start getting to some of the more like really deep, detailed factories that you're sort of building. But for the most part, like, I'm getting 144 frames, even though there's just stuff everywhere on my base. It's just insane the amount of things that are going on and how well it runs for what it's doing at the moment. Yeah, man, like, I really dig this game a lot. It's some of the most fun that I've had this year. So I think people should check it out if they haven't. We've got a couple of people in our group that have been playing it already, and I didn't know this, but I jumped in with like Drew the other night, and we fired up a new level. And even with 2 people playing in multiplayer, like, it's so quick to get things up and running as soon as you like for 2 people that kind of know how to get the base going, like one person runs off and starts doing iron, and the other person's running off and starts doing like copper, and you sort of meeting in between and building different systems at the same time. All right, what do we need now? The user interface is fantastic. Like, you can set up to-do lists on your screen, like, oh, what resources do I need to build this thing? And you can be like, oh, I need a generator. So you tick that, and it adds it to your sidebar of like, here's the list of things that you need to build that. And then you can just keep adding more and more things to that list, like a shopping list. And so you can go out and get all this stuff, and then come back and be like, cool, I've got what I need to build power lines and conveyor belts and my generators and that sort of thing. Yeah, it just feels like they've thought a lot of really cool things. Like, there was a point in the game where I wanted to build a power line, and I thought, can I put the power line on top of this building? Like, can I just sit on top of this building? And it like let me do it. And I was like, that's awesome. That it let me just do that. And there's kind of those moments where you think, oh, I wonder if I can, like, if this will work. Another instance of that is there are storage units that you can build, which is where you store a bunch of your crafting materials or whatever it is you build. And there's an advanced one that has like 2 intake pipes and 2 outtake pipes. So you can put like conveyor belts into these things. But there's also a system that allows you to grab these things that are on a conveyor belt and then move them up to another floor. So like a lever, like a pulley system. And I was like, well, what if I use that and put it onto a storage, like 2 storage units that are sitting on top of each other? Like, will it grab resources from the bottom one and start moving them up to the top one? And so I just grabbed that and I put it in there and it just started working. Like, I could have used a conveyor belt system to do it, but then I just grabbed this other item in the game and just stuck it on there and it worked automatically. It's like, that's cool. Like, that's awesome that thing works with this other thing that the game doesn't really tell you that it could do that, but it just does it. Yeah, this game is nuts. It's one of the smartest games that I think I've played this year. It's so cool. I don't know if
Are you playing on Steam or Epic?
I'm playing it on the Epic Games Store because they have a sale on at the moment, and I think it's still going. But I got it for like, I think it was 16 US. Something like that.
See, I would pay that. It's $45 on fucking
on Steam.
On Steam, yeah.
Check it out on Epic Games Store, because
I mean, I assume it's going to be like 20 or so, 20 something.
Because they've got a sale, and I think
plus, but
I don't know if I got an extra 10% off or $10 off because of the sale, or if I had a coupon still from that last sale, or what's going on. But yeah, it was 16 US when I picked it up. But it's I had a couple people hit me up that saw me I was playing, and they're like, "Dude, you playing this game? It's awesome. What do you think?" It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam at the moment. 15,000 reviews, so it's doing pretty well from the sounds of it. And I just feel like more people should check it out because it's unlike anything that I've played, and I think just like the systems and things like that are really cool, just how it works and that sort of stuff. So it's called Satisfactory. It's out on PC, Early Access, Epic Games Store, and Steam. And I think if you're a fan of building games, but also like clicker games, it's just got the same sort of vibe to me. It's like a first-person clicker game, I feel like, without the wackiness and craziness, as far as I'm aware. But
so what do they do? What's coming in early access? Like, it's in early access. What's still to come?
I haven't looked. I haven't even looked because I don't want to be spoiled at this stage.
Right.
So
fair enough.
Maybe I should, because that's the thing for me. Every time, so these tiers are locked, and I don't know what is next. Like, what else I'm gonna get. So I'm keeping like myself out of all that thing. There's no map either, but there's a website that I found where it'll take your save game and populate the map, and it'll show you like where all your buildings are and like where your automated tractor parts are, and it's insane. Anyway, I can't recommend this game enough. I think it's taking up way too much of my time for what it is. I just think it's really cool.
Cool.
Yep. It's very satisfactory.
Boo! Boo this man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I can get it cheaper than fucking $45, I will check it out. But
I'll have a look after this,
because I do like clicker games, but it just I never got into. I got Factorio and I couldn't get into it. It just seemed a bit too abstract. But perhaps the first-person perspective is what I require to be interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just the idea of like the learning process of the game, like how you start off with something that's really basic to eventually, like, you can go look at some of the screenshots on this game and it's just nuts. Like, my bases look nothing like that. It's a fucking mess, but
Yeah.
It's the exploration and learning about how all these systems work with each other, and being like, I can sit here and craft all this stuff manually, or I can just set up a construction line, like a production line that you would have in making a car or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once you learn all of that, that's when this game really starts to click, and you're like, all right, cool. I kind of sit back and let it all run. It definitely, once you get to the coal part, it gets a little bit better because you're not constantly running around and being like, I've got to make sure my power's up and running and all that sort of thing, which doesn't take too long. But once you get like the automated power process going, it just feels so cool because it's like all this shit is just running on its own. Like I don't have to do anything. It's literally powering itself. Anyway, definitely recommend. We should check it out if you get some time. Otherwise, we'll keep playing with some other guys.
$40.
Did the sale end?
Nope, that's on sale.
It can't be $40.
That's what it says.
I'll have a look after this. I think you're very bad.
Fuck Australia, apparently. I can get it down to 25 with an epic coupon, and that's the best I can do. 25,
yeah, that sounds about right.
17
USD to AUD. Yeah, it's about what I paid. $24 Australian. It was 16.
All right then.
Cool. All right, should we do some news?
Let's do it.
What have we got here? Halo Infinite. Love it. The multiplayer is going to be free to play on the Xbox One X and S, most likely.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I guess the PC as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Game Pass for PC. Yes.
That's unexpected. I guess the only thing to sort of think about now is what is Halo Infinite multiplayer? Is it going to be Battle Royale? Is it Battle Royale, Joab? Halo Royale.
They said categorically there's no Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So it's not Battle Royale. Which
I feel like if they did Battle Royale, people would lose their fucking minds. I
think they should do Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I know a lot of the I don't know, Halo purists would prefer they didn't kowtow to modern trends, which is how they wound up with Halo 4 and 5, because Halo 4 and 5 refused to kowtow to the modern trend of good storytelling. So, or, you know, good game design, just not interested. That's Halo 5. The one trend that Halo 5 did bend the knee to was pay to win microtransactions. So it'll be interesting to see if this free-to-play version has pay-to-win microtransactions, because Halo 5 sure as fuck had them.
Yeah.
So, it's cool that it's free-to-play, but I'm going to wait and see whether or not they decide to fuck it to death with free-to-play shit.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is the only part of fucking Halo that I've enjoyed for the last fucking since the first game, really, honestly. So, yeah.
Right. The other thing they talked about or announced is that it's going to be 120 frames per second on console, which is pretty insane. That's a lot. That's a lot of frames.
Yeah, that's huge. You'd have to plug it into a monitor.
Yeah, because TV ain't going to do that.
Isn't a TV that runs at that frame rate, right? At that hertz refresh rate. So, yeah. Weird.
All right. I guess they'd probably... Was there leaks or something where they had to jump in front of this? Or
I don't know. I didn't see the details behind it.
Because it was kind of just a Twitter message, right?
Yeah, they just said, hey, surprise. I think there was like confusion about the exact nature of it. Maybe there was an interview. I'm vaguely remembering there was an interview, but there was confusion about how it was going to play out or whatever. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I know they did address the graphics thing again on official post. I didn't read it. I don't know if you did. We kind of talked about it last week.
We did. We talked about it last week. Yeah.
We talked about the interview with Inside Gaming, but they put out like a blog post or something to talk about it.
Clarification. Yeah, I thought we talked about this. Oh, maybe we did.
Anyway, next up, Marvel's Avengers. We're getting it's getting free DLC. We talked about it last week. They're getting Hawkeye. But we also learned this week that Spider-Man will also be free DLC. The catch here is it will be exclusive to the PlayStation platform. This was some sort of deal, it sounds like, through Sony and Crystal Dynamics. We're working on the game. Sony obviously owns the rights to Spider-Man on the, I guess, in a lot of cases. So was this kind of unexpected? I don't know. Maybe not. But it's definitely caused a lot of people to be upset about this.
I don't particularly care one way or the other because the only way I play Marvel's Avengers is if you convince me that it's like a clicker game.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Every time you hit Thor's hammer on the ground, you get some sparkles.
Then you got a coal power plant running off its own fucking energy or some shit. Yeah, like, I don't give, like, I just, there's literally nothing about this game that has made me go, wow, I got to play this game. I've not seen a single thing that makes me inclined to check it out. But, like, with that said, this still seems like a bad move to me. Like, either the character, the hero story content is so fundamental to the game, so crucial to the game experience that you have now declared that 2/3 of your audience will not get the full experience, or it is so inconsequential as to make the rest of the game seem pointless. Like, I just cannot see how this is a good move if the entire game is built around these hero story arcs. I can't see a fucking way for this to be a good fucking thing, you know.
The other thing is they've sort of backed themselves in a corner with going up against Marvel Spider-Man as well. Like, is the feeling of this Spider-Man going to be anywhere near what they did with Insomniac's Spider-Man in terms of the movement and combat?
Like, right? Based on the way I've seen fucking, Black Widow grappling around, there is fucking no chance.
Right.
They're going to have to do some significant work on the mobility in that game, the traversal in that game, to get it to a point where it looks even passable, let alone fucking good. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. I hadn't even thought of that, but holy shit, I don't think they've got a chance.
All right, so that'll be interesting. That's out like real soon. I think it's next month, like September.
You think about like 3 strikes and you're out. Yeah. Right? At this point,
they've gone past 3.
Marvel Avengers standing at the plate, like flailing wildly. They're not even throwing, like, they don't even wait for people to throw fucking the ball. They're just like swinging at nothing at this point. That was a baseball analogy for Johnny Bravo, who loves baseball, even though it's a absolute garbage sport. All right, what's next?
Next up, we got Treyarch and Raven are announcing they've made an announcement for a Call of Duty game. Sounds like it's coming soon.
Yeah. An announcement for an announcement.
Yeah, this is extremely late. I mean, we usually hear about Call of Duty in May. It's normally about when they announce this sort of stuff. It's August. Call of Duty's supposed to be out real soon, and we don't know what it is. I guess the rumors are it's a Call of Duty Cold War, like another Black Ops type thing.
Yeah, Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah. This is the one that Treyarch came and took over at one stage. There was some problems with the development of this one. So I'm still curious. We just talked about like the Warzone content, and what is like is that going to be an updated thing, or will there be any multiplayer in this next Call of Duty, or is it just going to be purely a single player thing? Like, what does that look like? Um, Maybe it's just multiplayer and single player and no battle royale, and now Warzone is just a separate thing, which I think would be the smart decision because that thing is like chewing. It's got a lot of people playing. They were saying
Yeah.
throwing ridiculous numbers around the other day.
I told you already what's happening.
Yeah.
They're killing Warzone in favor of this new one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we got Microsoft's xCloud will be launching September 15th in 22 countries on Android. So this is their cloud gaming service where you can play games on mobile devices or tablets and things like that. I had a chance to check this out a couple months back. Might have even been last year. I can't remember at this stage, but it was ages ago. And it's eventually coming out now. It'll be tied to the Ultimate Game Pass. It won't have all of the games on Game Pass. I think they're starting with around about 100 titles on there. But you'll be able to stream and play games to your device if you are in one of those 22 countries, which is in Australia at this stage.
Which is a bummer. Because I think my bandwidth could actually handle it.
Yeah.
I don't know if my data cap could, but my bandwidth definitely could. Data
if your data can handle
only.
Call of Duty updates, you'll be fine.
I mean, on my phone. You know?
Oh, right.
Like, if I'm just sitting... Like, yeah, I guess I could play games on my Wi-Fi in the bath, but that is about the extent of it. Or maybe
you could
on the
play
toilet,
Sea of Thieves in the bath.
Oh my god. I can have a little pirate ship in front of me. My bath has jets, like fucking power jets.
Oh, yeah.
And I nearly caused an incident earlier this week. We went for a hike on Monday because it was a bank holiday. I went for a hike, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm pretty sedentary in general.
Right.
So impromptu going for a hike out of nowhere, and it was like it was a steep decline and then a very steep incline as well. And just doing some hardcore, high intensity cardio exercise just out of the fucking blue. Turns out doesn't do you a lot of favors. I'm still fucking walking with a limp because I got a cramp in my fucking right leg in my calf, and I've clearly done some damage. But anyway, I was having a bath with Epsom salts and stuff.
Yeah.
And put the jets on, and then wasn't really paying all that much attention. I was reading a fucking comic book, and then I look up and there's bubbles, like just fucking a comic amount of bubbles, like fucking Arthur amount of bubbles. You know that movie, fucking the Pink Panther or whatever his fucking name is. Anyway, Peter Sellers. Yeah. Good times. Lots of bubbles. It was good. Anyway, that's my bubble story. Moving on. I could, instead of playing comics, I could have been playing CFT.
Well, you won't be able to play it on your Apple device, that's for sure, because
true.
Apple has a bunch of restrictions on their App Store, and sounds like Microsoft hasn't had the ability to work through that yet. So don't know. This may not come to Apple, but it's on Android at this stage. So, all right. And then we got QuakeCon at home, which we just talked about already, and Riot has taken a week off, which you just wrote down. I don't know what that means, but
did you see this?
No. Are they going on strike?
No. Although I'm surprised. No, Riot is taking a week off. They announced that they would just take a week off, basically. So they're blowing out a bunch of their deadlines, like patch deadlines and stuff. And instead, everyone, or not everyone, almost everyone at the company is just going to take the week off from the week of August 10th. and yeah, give their employees an opportunity to sort of get back to a better place. And I think it's a solid move. I wonder, there was a bit of a movement last week where a bunch of we didn't really talk about it, but one of the League of Legends leagues signed a deal with a very controversial Saudi Arabian city, and the broadcasting team said they wouldn't go on the air until it was undone, and there was a large amount of outcry. And the day after they undid that deal, they went back on that deal. The day after that, there was a bunch of Riot employees who were tweeting that yesterday was bad, but today is even worse. And I never found out what that was about. I never worked out what that was about. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they've been gagged behind the scenes. Maybe this is the trade-off for that gag. I'm not sure. There's something going on at Riot, something behind the scenes that we're not privy to. And this is the part that we are privy to. This is what we're able to work out. That is not. This is the good stuff, and we don't know. There's something bad, and I don't know what it is.
Right.
And I'd love to know, but yeah, I don't know. Riot's in an interesting place at the moment because people are not super happy about it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Blizzard stuff then? While we're on top of this, have you seen?
Actually, while we're talking about this, Blizzard employees are crying out for some equal pay, fair pay. Which is interesting, and I guess it's one of those interesting ones where it must be really difficult to see announcements of how much old Bobby Kotick is making, and then going home making significantly less. So yeah, it is I don't know. I wonder if this has been a long time coming across the games industry, but I'm certainly not surprised it's happening at Blizzard. It's definitely something that needs to be addressed. Games is in any passion industry is prone to seeing people get paid far below what they're worth. I mean, we know it, right? Games writing is no different to games developing in that regard. But yeah, there's at least Blizzard employees have the critical mass required to try to do something about it. Yeah.
So basically, this was a spreadsheet that was going around from Blizzard employees where they were putting down their salaries and sort of like increases as well from their wages, and just sort of like getting a comparison with what else is going on. And there's reports of like people moving to different studios and being paid twice as much for what they were basically doing at Blizzard, but even like less hours as well. Like just crazy things like that. And so it sounds like you've got places like Riot, and I mean Riot's known for going around and poaching people, and it sounds like Amazon is sort of doing something similar, but also like they're paying their staff a lot more. Like I've heard excellent things out of Riot in terms of pay and things like that. But it sounds like Amazon's sort of doing the same thing with their games division, and this is where that is sort of led down to Blizzard employees getting upset. There was some developments today. I haven't had a chance to look into it as much. From what I gathered, it seems like they're trying to take this momentum a bit more forward and push it towards management and things like that. So they're now saying, hey, look, we've got all these anonymous, pay slips or information in regards to pay, and we're taking it forward to management and trying to get something done a bit better in terms of looking after people that do things like QA and that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's no like you said, I interviewed Pete Hines about 2 years ago and tried to talk to him about unions in games, and he didn't want a bar of it at that stage, because there's obviously issues. I mean, it wasn't really a pay issue back then. I think it was more in terms of things like work hours and crunch and that sort of stuff, and like, could unions sort of fix that? And he didn't really want to talk about unions at all. He wasn't interested. So there's going to be a time where this does happen, and it'll fix these problems from ongoing, when you've got, like, your, as you said, Bobby Kotick taking home $40 to $50 million every year in bonuses and things like that, while people in QA are struggling to pay bills and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely going to happen at some stage. It's going to be who's going to kick this off first, and if it's Blizzard that does it, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, there was that report recently where a studio just fired a bunch of their employees when they tried to do this.
Yeah,
just flat out
sacked them.
That? It wasn't a big studio. It was a small, like, mobile, one of these like story-driven mobile games, but they tried to say, hey, we want fair pay, and basically were fired. All of them were fired. So yeah, it sucks. All right, that's the news.
That is the news. We've got some questions. All right, let's do it. Dr. E3 Money writes, Joab, am I sorry I asked the Star Wars question, which resulted in all of us having to listen to your uneducated ramblings about Sith and Jedi? Yes, I am. Not all Force users are Jedi. They might not be very good or even aware of their potential without training. Hence, Luke trained to be a Jedi. Did you? That's cool. He wasn't a Jedi because he could use the Force. So, no, not all Sith were Jedi. Not all Sith. Hashtag not all Sith at Nachos Justice. Please go back on the gap and save these guys from themselves. That's not a fucking question, Drew. You can't just throw a fucking question mark in and pretend it's a fucking question if you answer it yourself. That's a rhetorical question, obviously, first of all. So it doesn't count as a fucking question. And second of all, I wasn't saying all Sith were Jedi. I was saying that all Sith had Jedi training, right? To at some level, on some fucking basic function, they are Jedi by virtue of having had Jedi training, right? Name a fucking Sith that didn't have Jedi training. How did they fucking find them? Like, name them, and then tell me how they fucking found them. Tell me how they fucking found them, right? Luke, you didn't fucking answer this question either. I don't care if you had Jedi training, right? I'm not saying all they had to be Jedi first. I'm just saying they had to have Jedi training, because that's how how the Sith Lords found them to be Force sensitive in the fucking first place. Okay. All I'm saying is, like, if you had to, like, fucking, I don't know, fucking, what the holy shit, there was the biggest fucking mosquito just flew past my fucking window outside. It was fucking huge.
It's 2020. It wouldn't surprise me.
This is like some fucking, yeah. Now this is happening. Now mosquitoes the size of a fucking house cat. All I'm saying is, like, I don't have a good analogy for this. Look, how did they know they were Force sensitive if they didn't go through Jedi training? Like, are Sith Lords, like, while also pretending to be senators, while also pretending to be Jedi masters, they just rolling around like fucking feeling for like Force sensitive people who weren't in the fucking Force? How did they not find Anakin before fucking Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon showed up then, huh? Where they on that one? Were they playing like fucking 6D space chess, just waiting for them to be drawn in without needing to, I'll just wait it out and fucking tell him the fucking the fucking fable of Darth Plagueis the fucking wise or some shit, huh?
Isn't that in the story? I think it's in the story. They bring that up. Like, how did we miss him?
Exactly. I don't know. I haven't watched the fucking
Watched it a long
prequels
time.
in 2 decades.
Jeez, I think I feel like I need to at this stage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying, Drew, is you didn't ask a fucking question, and I am extremely upset about this. And so, by virtue of you not asking a question, despite knowing the rules of the fucking questions channel, I do not grant you the rank of Jedi Master, and so that you're not able to like lecture me on the fucking nature of Jedi.
Right.
Nacho's Justice Rights. I'm pretty sure Luke will insta-ban me from talking about Star Wars. That's not a question either. So Nathan,
I think he came in because he got added. Someone mentioned him.
Oh, he got. Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. Still,
and also
you get a momentary pass. If anyone knew, it would be Nate, but I'm not inclined to ask him. So
no,
fuck
not
it.
on this.
Johnny Bravo writes.
Go for 20 minutes.
Like it'd be like on and on and on, like 20 minutes, 2 hours. Oh my lord. Johnny Bravo writes, you have to put a question, Nate. Or is Nate above the law? See, that's a question, Dr. E3 Money. That's how you ask a fucking question. Is Nate above the law? No, he's not. But he gets a pass for not knowing. Ignorance is not an excuse, but maybe he is above the law because I'm making an excuse in this instance. Should we have a Gap Star Wars bonus episode, like where we just talk? Like, actually, I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know if I brought this up, but I want to have a Star Wars Day this year. I know there's no Star Wars film out, but I do want to have a Star Wars Day because I like Star Wars Day. It was a good tradition.
They might do Mandalorian or something.
Star Wars movies. Oh yeah, I could do Star. Yeah, that'd be good. Is there another Mandalorian coming out this year? Or
well, no, that's what I'm thinking.
Until...
Was that this year? Or was it last year?
It was the start of this year.
Oh, okay.
It was like late December, early January. That's pretty far away.
It was last year. November last year.
Yeah, but it ended like it was still going at the start of this year. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like the last episodes were in January. Anyway, yeah, like watch. I don't know. I've only watched Solo once. I've never watched any of the Clone Wars. I don't know if I should or not. I've heard good things, but I've also heard bad things. So it's hard to tell. But yeah, I mostly just want to drink and watch Star Wars. Maybe I'll just watch the fucking original trilogy and
the prequels,
Rogue One,
and drink.
Yeah, not even still. Anyway, we'll think about it, JB. Good question. Terrible questions this week, team, except for JB. He did his best. Anyway, I think that's it. That's all our questions. That's the podcast. So, Luke, whenever you're ready.
Yep. You can find us on iTunes, Android, Windows Store, Spotify, YouTube, all the places you get your podcast from. If you do have a minute, please rate and review the show. Helps us out. Thank you for doing that. You can email us, thegapodcast@gmail.com, or you can go to our Discord page, thegapodcast.com/Discord, and leave us questions like nobody has done this week. But you could if you want to. Otherwise, we've got a bunch of channels in there.
You follow the very simple fucking rules.
Yeah.
True.
It doesn't make any sense. Maybe we need a separate
He thought he could get away with it because he's your fucking Satisfactory buddy. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Otherwise, you can play a bunch of games in there. We've got Fall Guys channel. New one. Rocking it.
Yep.
Joab's playing with people sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You can find us on social media, facebook.com/the GA podcast, twitter.com/the GA podcast. You can go to our YouTube page and watch this show on YouTube as well if you want to. thegapodcast.com/YouTube. Last week, I put some footage up of, I think it was Fall Guys, and Superhot, maybe? Grounded. That's right. It was Grounded.
Nice.
I was playing last week. It took a while to upload that one because I made a mistake when I rented it, and there was like 30 minutes of black screen at the end of it.
Yeah.
And so I had to
pretty common mistake.
Then cut that out of it, and it took fucking ages. I think it took like a day or something stupid. But it eventually went up. So You can check that out. Otherwise, you can go to our website, thegapodcast.com, and check out a lot of things on there. Past episodes, you can check out some reviews on there. A bunch of things going on. All the links to the things we just talked about as well. And that is all thanks to our Patreon members. They help support the show. If you would like to do that, you can go to patreon.com/GA podcast. Thank you to everyone that does every month. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you
if
so
it's
much.
ever going to put you in any harm, don't do it, because we know it's hard times right now. So don't feel like you need to. But if you can, do that. Otherwise, you can rate and review the show. That's just as good, I feel like, sometimes.
Yeah.
That is it. You got anything you'd like to pimp out this week you've been working on? Your Grounded review?
Oh, yeah. Go to GameSpot to check out my Grounded review. Inexplicably, they left a link to my my Twitter video where I scream about a spider.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's a good review. The text is great.
Yeah.
But nobody cares, and they only care about the number.
There is also a video review that has gone up in the last day, but it's not. You didn't script it. No, sorry, you didn't voice over it. It's Ed's voiced over it.
Oh, Ed voiced video. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, when I was looking before, for your review as we were talking, I saw that pop up as one of the first ones. Right. So, yeah. It's there.
Cool.
And you can find me twitter.com/Luke Lawrie for all things Twitter related. Not much going on there. It's quiet times. Anyway, I think that's it.
Sweet.
I guess we'll see you all next week.